practical.
Hey, happy Friday, everyone.
Right.
Woo! What's going on?
Friday night arcade time.
Hey! We got the whole crew here. It's good to see everybody. I'm so happy it's finally Friday.
Yes.
I ran out and grabbed a case of Yingling, so I'm ready to go.
Let's
tonight.
do it.
Yes, getting the weekend started properly with some iiRcade gaming and more game fight. So I figured we would get right into the latest news with iiRcade, which are the game sales. Have you been checking these out? Look at this. It's crazy how many games are on sale.
Fire sale, man.
Yeah, this sale is on fire. Maybe except for that first title, a aerobic dogfight. Does anyone have that one?
I have every game, so
never judge by its
yeah, but you have
them all.
every game, but have you
I'm a
played every game is the
completionist.
question.
I played most of them.
Most games, as long
Brad,
as
sometimes
it
you
has
don't have
good
to be a
controls,
completionist.
and
I
it's
know.
fun.
I hear you. Yeah, it's okay. Some of them, are not for everyone.
All right. So what I figured we would do to start the show, before we get into our normal festivities like game fight and the 1 quarter challenge, is let's take a look at all of these games that are on sale. Now I know there's a lot of them, so there's like 200 of them. But we'll go through all of them, but
55 or 54.
We'll get through it. We'll get through it quick. Aerobic dog fight. Anybody?
No.
Can no one? Okay.
No.
Well, for $374, it's half an hour. You can try it and refund it if you don't like it. So pretty much all these games listed, just you could try them out. You've got a half an hour.
Hold on, I gotta change the layout. We got steps hiding behind the joystick.
I was about to
there.
say something.
Yeah, that's better. There you go.
Sorry,
There we
steps.
go. There we
I'm
go.
trying to run a professional operation here.
I thought I had like a big ice cream cone in front of me or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I apologize that you had to
It's
look
great
around.
to see you, Steps.
It's good to see you, Steps. I didn't know you were here. I just thought we had a joystick as a special guest.
I thought I was going to a maiden stream. I think I clicked on the wrong link.
Yeah.
We're supposed to talk about
welcome.
killers.
Welcome.
That is a very fresh Iron Maiden Killers.
Very fresh.
Yes, hoodie there.
Very
I love
nice.
that.
That is awesome. Eddie.
Alien Storm. I mean, I don't even think anyone needs.
Yeah, that's a must-have.
pick it up.
Alligator Hunt.
Alligator Hunt. We all love that one.
Row.
See how quick this is going to go?
Another world.
Andrew
is good.
Dunos. Yes,
all
Another
these
World.
games
Andrew
are
Dunas
really
is a
good.
must.
Andrew Dunos
Man.
is a good shmup.
And you know what? There's a sequel, a modern sequel to that game that was released. So if there's some possibility of that showing up on here, that'd be great.
Look at these prices. Like $5.99 for a Suka and a Shura Blaster. Like those are two good.
Shura Blaster is fantastic.
I know I should be upset. I bought them all at full price. I should have waited, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Well,
But you haven't played them this whole time now.
A Shura Blaster reminds me a lot of like the early Toplin games. Really, the way it is, it reminds me a lot of playing the Twin Cobra and stuff like that. Even though it's not, it's what is it? Visco makes it, I think.
I highly enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Another World. I'm very familiar with that. That was a style of game that back in the day blew my mind because I'd never seen graphics done like that.
Yeah.
You know, that was like the most realistic type movement of a character I'd ever seen before. It was like real people they had used to like capture that. So yeah, it's cool to see that on the iiRcade. I do have it.
Classic.
I haven't played it though yet. So I could have actually waited till it was on sale and just saved a couple
They
of
got a lot of deals.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Unit Gallop. Is that a part of the R-Type series?
Yes.
Yes.
We've heard it is.
Yeah. Yes. It was on Game Fight.
You guys have seen that one enough here.
Game
Yeah,
Fight,
we've seen that one enough.
Apocalypse.
It's sort of like a puzzle. That's like a puzzle.
My kid
game.
loves that one.
Yeah.
You gotta
kid friendly. And a lot of these games are. A lot of these games are kid friendly.
That's a cool puzzle game. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but I wouldn't say like out of all the stuff that's on sale.
Yeah. Let's get to the good stuff.
Arlington horse racing isn't technically a game. You basically place your bets and you watch the horses. So if you're into horse betting, you would probably like that. If you just want to sit there, pump in, and see how much money you can win. But it's for $2, not bad. Ashura Blaster, 100% recommend that.
These are all the games in alphabetical order, Brooklyn.
Yeah,
so I know what I'm looking at. Okay.
Suka and Asuka. I recommend that one too, but there's better shoot 'em ups on the iiRcade.
Yeah.
Atomic Runner, very tough game.
Now here's the thing: if some of these, if you don't have them, it might be the time to pick them up. But are we gonna kind of say the ones we think are really must-haves?
Yeah, I mean, as they pop out, I'll say it. We also have people watching the show. Thank you so much to everybody that showed up tonight to hang out with us.
We're gonna say hello to everyone.
We appreciate it. We will in a bit, but if you have any games in here that you would recommend for someone to pick up while they're on sale, feel free to post them in the chat. Atomic Runner. I don't know much about the game. Like I've tried it a few times. It's really difficult. The level keeps moving and it's hard. Yeah. Avenging Spirit is a lot of fun every single time you play it. It can almost be like a different game because you can
just
possess
me personally, I'm not a fan
cool.
of the like automatically scrolling type platformers. Like Perils of Baking does that, and those sections drove me crazy.
Yeah,
so
they mix
just automatically run, and you have to make every jump at an exact time. I mean, that's a challenging game, you know, when it does that.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, the next column.
All the games on sale. We got Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja.
Classic.
This is a classic game.
I like Bad Dudes.
People either love it or they hate it. You might have seen recently our friend P Dubs and Michael B, the Game Genie, got together and they actually played a 2-player game of this. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's one of those classic
keep in mind
East games that you want to run through.
Remember video game stores? This is a price of a rental. You rent a video game for a weekend. So
yeah,
these are games like obviously you can play and beat in a weekend, but then you get to keep them. So this is one of those titles where, yeah, this is something you definitely want to pick up if you're a fan and have nostalgia for the game, and just like beat 'em ups in general. Definitely get Bad Dudes.
Bad Dudes, when people say they're playing Bad Dudes, they mean that particular game, Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, because I'm guessing, because I never played Bad Dudes before I played it on here, Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. It's a good game. It's classic. But like everybody's, when they say Bad Dudes, I think Bad Dudes was the NES version, right? It was just Bad Dudes.
Yeah, Bad Dudes, yeah.
Yeah, not to rain on anyone's parade. I'm not raining anyone's parade, but Bad Dudes does not have online multiplayer. That would be the only thing I could say bad about Bad Dudes. It runs great on the iiRcade, but it's like
it doesn't. I didn't realize.
Does not have on because it's a Sega. I think it does not have the online multiplayer.
I played local co-op on that.
It plays local perfect though.
Co-op. Nice.
Yeah, but does not play.
I also played local co-op.
As a heads, because we're gonna get into some beat 'em ups that play great online in a minute.
Yeah. Bang Bang Busters, I like that one a lot.
Well, of course,
if you like Snow Brothers and stuff like that, you will highly enjoy that one. Bang Bead is like
quarter muncher.
Is like Windjammers, but even a faster version. It's not terrible. I think that one is actually online too. And speaking of online, Bash Sports Online Bowling.
Yes,
we've gotten a lot of mileage out of this game.
And look at the price of that. It's
and for $250.
$250. I mean, it's a multiplayer online bowling game.
Yeah, they've done a lot of updates to it, and they've made tweaks into it, and it plays pretty good. It's challenging.
It's definitely been highly improved since like it's the day it came out.
Every bowling game needs a bazooka in it, you know? I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, that's what makes it
bazookas and bowling. They go together like, you know, peanut butter and sardines.
What they should have done with the bazooka in the bowling game is you should have to earn it.
Yeah, you just automatically get one free.
Yeah, you just get the one free.
If you have so many strikes in a row, you earn it or something like that. Like you have
or make the bazooka where that does not guarantee you a strike. You still have to aim it.
Can you imagine if you had to aim?
I would assume if you shot a bazooka
point of view when you shot
down a bowling. I'm sure we tried that back in the day in Brooklyn, but
it is unique.
Statutes of limitations are up now.
Would be cool if you had a bonus to attack your opponent.
Okay, I'm about to go off.
The next title.
This is a must-own for me.
Batsugan SP.
You don't buy any game on the iiRcade.
Another $5.99.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
This is a must-have.
I mean, I love a lot of shooters on here,
100%.
a lot, but that's definitely that's way up there. Yeah, you have to have it. If you don't own this, buy it.
This is the top 5 of all-time shmup. I mean, this is Toplin's best. This is the final Toplin game ever made, and it's an absolute masterpiece. Like, I would have to say, like, if you don't have this game, what are you waiting for? Go get it. This one's fantastic.
Then we have Battle Chopper. I really, really enjoy this game, but it's too hard. I can't even get past the first level, and I've tried everything. That's one of those games that it's so hard that I go and I play it on other systems to see if it's just like if they have the difficulty level pumped up. But it's just a hard game in general. Mm-hmm. How it's harder on the iiRcade, I figured out, is when you get hit by stuff, you take more damage. So that was probably some of the dip switch settings for when it was in the arcade. You know, on how much damage you take when you take a hit. And on the iiRcade version, they got that thing pumped all the way up. Steps, I would say take this one. This is not my category.
Okay.
I know nothing about this.
Battle K Road is a total trash fighting game, okay? It's so bad that it's fun to play. You can get good laughs playing it. I've it's been on the Laundromat Wars before. It's definitely a laundromat game.
Yeah.
If you want a trash game that you can laugh and have a good time, get it. But I'm not gonna tell you it's good.
It has a lot of spoofs, so like it tries to like rip off all these other fighting games because it looks like that one character in the screenshot there looks like E Honda
Looks like
Yeah,
E-Honda,
so
yeah.
much.
Balrog.
and
Yeah.
Balrog. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
funny.
it's just a
funny
complete
game.
rip off of
It plays a little bit different. It's just funny. It's
yeah,
a funny
it would
game.
play different, but yeah,
Battle Lane
I would
Volume
agree
5,
with
the
humor,
harder,
'cause
one of the hardest games on the iiRcade, and
Battle
just
Lane 5.
makes me rage quit. So I would pass on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
This best bout boxing, and I'm not a big sports fan, but I had picked this one up the last time it was on sale, and I really like it.
It's a good
Like,
one.
Yeah.
It's a very good boxing game.
It's not a button masher.
If you
No,
like
there's strategy to it.
If you like the Vander Holyfields on the Sega Genesis, it plays a lot like that. I think I do really enjoy the game. I'm glad I picked it up when it was on sale last time.
Yeah. We got a super chat coming in from the CEO of iiRcade, Jung. Let's check it out.
This is a fact. I'm 58 years old. 58. I'm 58. 58. Your channels are going down. You made a little money off of YouTube, but your game is over. Sticking it to the man. Peace out.
All
Thank
right.
you so much to John with that.
Thank you,
$3.74 super chat. I've never seen that amount before. Let me buy you Apocalypse. I love this game. Yeah, I've played it a lot, but my kid's actually taken over, and that's usually one of the first thing that goes on. Like, I'll try to steer him in a different direction, try to introduce him to like something new that popped up on the iiRcade or some awesome classic game. And then as soon as I turn around, it's on that one, or the one where the dog stretches and you got
and that's one of the cool things. iiRcade. I mean,
thank you so much, John.
They got games for everyone. You know, they have excellent selection of games that are kid friendly too. You know, it's not just
that one's kid friendly, but
yeah,
like John was pointing out, if you someone that enjoy puzzle games, that's a good one to sit down and mess around with on there. I remember, like, you got to like keep building stuff to get through the levels. Big Striker. I don't have this one. Anybody have any thoughts?
I saw in the chat.
Another soccer title.
Miami Tiger was saying the soccer games are okay.
What's
your favorite soccer game, Miami Tiger?
I
like Goal. That's the one I played. That's one
game.
I played back in the day, and that's the one I got. I can't.
That
speak
one is
about
online
Big Striker.
enabled too, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. What? Because we're still in the B's. This is crazy.
Yeah, we got to get cracking. We're only on
Biomechanical Toy. I love this one. We played this one here on the show on the 1 quarter challenge. It's so cool. I love run and gun type games, and this one's just
lots
like
of action,
crazy.
Great graphics,
lots of fun. I would say pick that one up. Like that's like a title that you never heard of, and you wonder why you didn't when you play it. Blockout. I know
that's
this
one Ichabod likes.
He
Ichabod
loves this
Crane
one. I
loves
bought
this
this
game.
one. I bought this one based on his recommendation the last time it was on sale, and it's not a bad game, but I'm just not as good as it as he is.
Yeah, it's 3D.
The next
out
one.
his channel. He's got some great videos. Ichabod Crane.
Now the next one I would really recommend, Blocking. It's kind of like a breakout game, but you're going up against an opponent. So the things that you're doing on your side of the board are affecting the person that you're challenging. So would be a lot of fun for local multiplayer in your house.
I believe that has online as well.
And it will also be even more fun to play when we could eventually play it with a spinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We have Bloodstorm. Bloodstorm was RGT88's favorite game on the iiRcade. This beat 'em up. It is Steps. I know this is like your category, but I've actually played this one. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a Mortal Kombat ripoff with over the top gore, and it's one of those other games like it's so bad it's good type game.
Yeah, so the thing about Bloodstorm is the people that played it in the arcade have insanely fond memories. I'm gonna guess, from what I understand, it was Bill that originally brought this game to the iiRcade, and he had fond memories of it growing up, and that's a game that he wanted. It's definitely in that cult classic era that there is, some real strong fans of the game. If you were going to pick this game up, right now would be the time. 50% off, $5. I mean,
$5.
You're not gonna beat that. Now, it's not a top tier fighting game by any means,
but you'll have a good time.
But it's a cult classic that a lot of people that have fond memories of it really enjoy.
Bogey Manor is a classic arcade game where you're in a mansion and there's ghosts. And it's fun because like there's lots of little secrets in it. And it's a quarter muncher. I enjoy it, but it really depends on what type of stuff you're into. Whether you're going to enjoy that one or not. Moving on, Bonanza Brothers. I like that one. You can't stream that one because it's a Sega title.
Sega game, yeah. No,
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's a cool one. I'm sure like people are familiar with that game.
It's like a Keystone Caper type.
Then we got a really
very similar,
over the top, crazy shoot 'em up, Boogie Wings. It has basically when you start out, everyone will start on the same level, and then it kind of lets you choose the different levels, and every level is completely different from the other levels. They all have different themes, and they're all completely nuts.
Absolutely,
you don't
Boogie
have
Wings.
to be in your plane. You can hijack pretty much anything in the game. You can even be on foot. It's completely nuts.
Yeah, it made it into our top 10 shmups on the iiRcade too. When we had to rank all the shmups, Boogie Wings did crack its way into the top 10. So don't write it off. It's a great shmup. Shoot 'em up.
Papa Brad, I would say you take the next one because you're probably
true.
the best
I am
at
currently, I was number 1 for a long time on this game, but I just checked. I've been bumped to number 3. I'm slacking. I need to play again. Yeah. This is a hard as nails kind of like it kind of combines like a shmup and a driving a Jeep game, but it's a really challenging old school arcade game. This is one I would definitely try. I mean, I love it, but it's grueling and it's brutal. So it might not be for everyone, but if you like your games kind of on the tougher side, this is a fantastic game. Very challenging, and man, the leaderboards on this one, they're awesome. There's a lot of action. A surprise when I checked out, I'd been bumped to 3. How'd that happen? I thought no one was ever going to beat my score.
Got some work to do.
Congratulations.
Did you say there's
players.
like 300 games on sale? I'm going to let Steps and Nix, who are probably the two best in here at this next game, take the next one. What do you guys think of Breaker's Revenge?
One of the best fighting games on the iiRcade right now. And you won't be disappointed. It's got a mixture of Street Fighter moves across all the characters, and with special abilities, and Steps. Who is your favorite character?
Man, Merrill, I think is how you pronounce it. Mahrl. That guy, I like playing him.
Nice, nice. And what's your best combo? What's your go-to combo for that character?
Jeez, man, I don't even know. I just play, I play and nice. I do it by, memory. So like, it's hard for me to tell you exactly what I like. I like his specials. I like when he turns into the genie and he like takes up like a quarter of the screen.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I would say that this is definitely one of the top 2. It's between that and Rage of the Dragons. I think Rage of the Dragons is underappreciated and it's not played enough on the iiRcade yet, and I think people need to play it more. But Breaker's Revenge is a really good price here. Right now on my Xbox, they have a Breaker's Revenge and Breakers set. It's $19.99. So this is
$7.49.
Wow.
It's $7.49 for the one game, of the 2, but it's the better version. It's the better game, so it's cheaper. And it's a good way to play Breaker's Revenge on your iiRcade cabinet.
Then moving on to an absolute.
Can I say one thing about
Burger
Breaker's
Time.
Revenge though? Can I say one thing?
Brad.
I love this game. Like this is my favorite fighting game on iiRcade. I love this game. I can't just say enough how much I love it.
It's a must.
I love the next game, Burger Time. I'm not that good at it, but
that's addictive as hell, man.
That game. That's just straight up
classic arcade game. that you have to have.
That is
you don't have
definition
buy it
of a
now.
golden age classic arcade game. I mean,
Yes.
Burger Time. It plays perfect on the iiRcade. Fantastic classic retro arcade game. I mean, I love it. Burger Time's great.
All right, moving on. Burglar X.
Moving
I think the only two people that I know
I
that have
played
even
that.
played this game would be Ichabod Crane and myself, and I like it. It's really, it's another one that's like, what the hell is
Kinda out
going
there.
on when you're playing it? But it's fun. It's one of those ones like, where did this game come
know.
from?
Wasn't Ichabod playing on the Ichabod show?
I think he was actually
he was.
playing
It's
it
pretty
recently.
cool. Yeah.
He's
Check out
gotten
Ichabod
further than
Crane's
me.
channel.
It's very challenging. It's a fun game though. Then we got Buddha-san. I don't have this one. For some reason, like when I watched a video on it, it doesn't draw me in.
Yeah. It's got cute pigs in it.
Looks very
Pigs and
kid-friendly.
bombs.
Then we got Captain Tomade.
Time of day. Yeah.
Tomato, isn't it? Tomato.
Another
Yeah,
vertical-
tomato. It would because he's a
vertical shooter.
tomato. Thank you.
Yeah,
Steps.
yeah. It's like it's a
Okay.
cute 'em up. So
Cute 'em
it's,
up.
it's,
Tomato.
it's-
There you go.
Time
yeah,
of day.
cute 'em
Time
up.
of
It's
day.
a shooter
Time
that
of
looks
day.
like everything is really cute. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. I do recommend having it in your collection. Obviously, like if you're only gonna buy a handful of games, it's not there. But like if you have a nice iiRcade library already, it's definitely one you want in there.
The next
can-
title, I
I
would
can
say,
speak on the next one for sure.
if you come
Well-
from like the Donkey Kong time of games and you like that style of arcade game, even though this is nothing like Donkey Kong, I would recommend it. Brad, what do you think?
Chameleon, I mean, absolutely. I mean, if you like retro 80s arcades on our show, the iiRcadians 80s retro, we actually profiled this game and talked about it. And I actually have a video on my channel that tells you how to play it. So, like, if you want to learn how to play this game, go to Papa Brad's Gaming and check out my video on Chameleon. This is a great deep cut golden age arcade. I love this game. It's great. But
Moving
you have
on.
to understand how there's a few games that are on iiRcade. You really have to understand how to play them. So go check out that video on Chameleon and then go play it and see if you like it. I love it.
Cheese Chase. I just remember not liking this one when I played it on Pandora's box, so I never picked it up. Does anyone have this and does anyone play it?
No, I don't have that.
I haven't played it. I have it though.
Cisco Heat, I know, is a very like popular game, but I don't know. That's another one that
It was
I don't-
featured on The Price
have
is
it.
Right.
Yeah, I've played it.
The
It's
Price
fun.
is
It's
Right.
kind
when
of
they had
like,
an arcade on it. They had
It's
that.
kind of like if an arcade racer plays fine with the joystick, but you're going through like the city streets of like San Francisco where it's real hilly. So it's a really crazy racer. It's fun. It's probably one of the better racers they have, but I mean, it's just not really my favorite, but it's not bad.
I would say there's better racers. Congo
Yeah.
Bongo, hands down. You don't want to pass that one up.
Once again,
Unfortunately,
Golden Age
another game
arcade,
that we can't stream
Sega.
through HDMI because it's Sega, but I have so many fond memories of having Congo Bongo on like my home console. Might have been like ColecoVision or
100%,
one of
yeah.
those.
Donkey
So
Kong in 3D.
It's great having the arcade version.
like
Crackdown.
Donkey Kong with the isometric perspective.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to
I mean,
to,
that's
like,
pretty much what it is.
do when they put that out. Crackdown is so much fun. That's another one you can't stream, so that's why you don't see us like talking about this game too much on the show because we can't show it off the way we want to. But that's great. You got a whole overhead map. You got to like plant the bombs and then get out of each area. Lots of fun. I like popping that one on from time to time and playing that. Side Battler,
Love it.
really good shoot 'em
Another
up.
good shmup. Another good
Yeah,
shoot 'em
very-
up.
Cyber Police eSWAT, love that
With
one.
Side Battler, it's got the giant robot theme. So if you're into Transformers or giant robots, man, that's your game. I mean, and me and Brooklyn have played all the way through that.
Yep. And then Dandara, love that one. That's a modern game, and it's a lot of fun. That's one we should show off from time to time on the show. It's not one of those, but it's not a fast-paced
almost like a
arcade game,
puzzler,
so it
kinda.
might be boring to like play it live and have
Yeah.
people watch
Yeah.
it. But if one
More
of
of a
us
chill
played it
game.
and we kind of like cut it in a video to show it off, it's really good. Yeah, the whole game, it's like she doesn't walk the levels, like you kind of like you travel levels by like bouncing off the, hanging off the walls and stuff like that, and it adds puzzle elements to it. It's really good. Then we got Dark Seal. I mean, I've said it a million times, and Dark Seal 2. Same thing. Like
Dark Seal
those are
2
must-haves for me.
Dark Seal 2 is a must. It's the very first video I ever put on YouTube. So if you go all the way back to video number 1 of Papa Brad's Gaming, the first video piece of content ever is Dark Seal 2 on iiRcade. You can get it for $5.99.
I love those games.
Great game.
I
Real
love those so
arcade
much.
game.
I bought those before like I even had the iiRcade. I already owned those games.
They're fantastic.
Demon's World at one side was
games.
like thumbs down, like a while back when it was like when they did their first holiday sale. I was like, what is this nonsense? Then it went on sale again, and I bought it because I'm a sucker for anything with any kind of horror theme to it, and I really enjoyed it. It's a fun playthrough. But again, there's better things here, so it really matters what you like. Or if you already own the rest of these, I would say give Demon's World a shot. You'll probably have fun. It's challenging, but you can get through it. Desert War, one of my favorite shoot 'em ups, because it's different than all the other shoot 'em ups. You gotta fly, you gotta rescue people to keep your copter fueled and power up. Lots of fun. Then we got Dog Yun. Hands down, don't pass up on this one. If you like,
$5.99.
if you like shoot 'em ups, or even if you're not a fan of shoot 'em ups, but you
Great.
want to get into them or try one out, I would say this would be up there with Batsugan, that you wanna own that one.
And
Start
once
your
again, this
collection.
one too has kind of that Transformers giant robot feel. If you're into the like robots and stuff, it's great.
Jeez, we're gonna be here. I said this was
I
gonna
know
be
we're on
quick.
D.
Yeah, I know. Like the sales just keep going.
Domi's another retro. arcade
Dami,
game.
like I picked this one up. I always passed
I
on it
love it.
because like when am I gonna want to do like one of these old arcade games with dominoes? Like how much fun could this be? And then I picked it up the last time when they had the arcade games on sale. Wound up really liking it. Told Brad about it, and then Brad figured it out and perfected it pretty much.
Yeah.
So
There's
Brad,
a
you
video on
probably
how
be
to
better to
play.
talk about it than me.
There's a video on how to play Dami on my channel too. But Dami, once again, these really old 80s classic games. We have a show called the iiRcadians Retro 80s. And we actually show off these games and we talk about how to play them. Dami is a really fun, addictive game. Once you learn the gameplay mechanics and the rules, it's a lot of fun. Basically, you stack dominoes, and when you finish, you push them all down. But it's kind of got like a humorous style, kind of like Mr. Do, or there's really nothing quite like it. It's just a really fun game. But you basically smash the enemies with blocks too. It's kind of like Pango a little bit.
I'm gonna keep this moving.
I know.
Dragon
sorry.
Bead.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Dragon's Lair 2, yes. Elevator action, yes. Elevator action returns,
Which we're going to
yes,
be playing
yes.
tonight. So we'll be showing you
We'll be
both of
playing
those
both
tonight.
elevator action and elevator action returns tonight in the 1 quarter challenge. Earth Defense Force, it depends on who you ask. Steph says she loves it. Miami loves it.
Got to see that in the
I played through the whole
fight.
game. It's
It's
to me,
decent.
it's nothing that it's like I'm gonna like, wow, I gotta play through Earth Defense Force again, but people seem to like it. Then we have this one, Eggs.
Eggs, great retro game. If you're
Yeah,
into
for
retro,
374, can't go wrong. Build your retro collection.
Then we have the new retro modern title, Escape from Popo. I just felt like you ran out of gas way too fast in this, and they should like
Strategy.
step up the
Wasn't- yeah, one
difficulty.
for me, but
Like let it start out like start a little easy, like ease us into it, and then start ramping up the difficulty. It starts out really like
Hard.
frustratingly difficult from the beginning, which kind of tries to make it feel more like, okay, once you figure out how to do it, then you could just go back and just do every level. You won't even have to think. You just know which way to go, unless they randomize it. But really cool, actually, the way the game actually looks. Definitely give them a thumbs up on that. I really love the way they made it look like it's on the old CRT. Evolution Soccer, I know nothing about at all.
It looks
That
good.
doesn't look, yeah, it looks good for a soccer game.
yeah,
Ooh, Xerion's on sale. Ooh, gotta pick.
Zerion's good. Another great retro.
Yeah, we played the video of that last week. That was
Get on
in
my
Game
app.
Fight. Fantasyland, I
leaderboards.
really like that one. That's an arcade
Leaderboards, too.
platformer
Pardon me. Wow.
that a lot of people probably never heard of.
Sales.
I like that one. Fighters History. Go ahead. One of the people that know about fighting games. What do you think about that one?
I've not played it, so I can't honestly say.
All right, then it's complete trash. Forget it.
Yeah, we'll
It's
skip
gotta
that
be,
one.
right?
But Steps should know a lot about Fire Shark.
Fire Shark.
Tell us
Fire
about
Shark
Fire
is
Shark.
amazing. Fire Shark is
Pardon
the
me.
sequel to Flying Shark, or what's on this iiRcade is Sky Shark, but it's called Flying Shark. So I don't know why it's Sky Shark I hear or not. I didn't look into that history, but Fire Shark is definitely an amazing shooter. Obviously, you get to be a biplane. You kind of see there in the picture. Lots of cool power-ups, screen clearing bombs. It plays just like, a lot of those other Toplin games. When you beat it, you go through it again, and there's a leaderboard. I think I'm number 2 on Fire Shark.
Awesome. Go Steps.
All right, moving on. Fixate, yes.
100%.
Galaxy Gunners, it depends on what you're into. Is like that's more of like a very old 80s style shoot 'em up. It's not like a modern one. It's more like that old style where
There are better shmups. If you don't have this one, you might want to pick it up. But there are better shmups on the
374.
cab.
You're wrong.
Galmedes is good, but it's way too hard.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's just like that on the iiRcade, but the level of difficulty on that one is set at pretty much impossible. You would just have to keep quartering your way through it. Like I literally, if I had a winning lotto ticket, I'd put it on the table for anybody that wanted to quarter through that game. It's impossible.
You're not getting too far.
I like a challenge, but I like it to at least be like, okay, if I spend enough time figuring this one out,
Good.
I can get through it on 1 or 2 quarters. That one, no way.
Ichabod Crane says Fighter's History is the prequel to Karnov's Revenge. So we got a little bit of history on that.
I haven't played that one either. And Ryo, that's a really good ninja game. Cool bosses. Gox, we all love that one, and we're all looking forward to playing it with a push-pull spinner.
We already talked
Go,
about
go,
Go.
Great. And
Great.
it has online too.
You know what I
It has
realized?
online.
Like iiRcade has a lot of soccer games.
And a lot of the sports games are online. So like if you want to play them, you can play them versus another player online right now.
Then we got Gradia Second Earth. We showed this one off in Game Fight. It's pretty cool. Cool, different take on a shoot 'em up. Grindstormer.
Bye.
Good shoot 'em up. Yeah.
Bye.
Guardian was the game I was trying to tell you about, Steps, where it's a toll plan game that's not a shoot 'em up. It's like it's like a beat 'em up, but in the style of, say, like Vigilante, where you just punch people and they go off the screen or whatever. You fight on different planets. It's really hard. I think that's more of someone who really appreciates toll plans and wants to play through the history.
Yeah,
of
you
their
got to be
games.
really, really into just getting a deep cut Toplin game.
No, it's not terrible, but there's
Not
way
terrible,
better
but
stuff.
That's
way
the
here.
better
only one
games
I
on
think
the
I
system.
don't have. I think is that one. That's the only Toplin game I don't have.
Gun Force, 2, both great.
Both great.
If you're a fan of like Metal Slug, you like both. You can't.
Yeah,
You
Gun
can't go
Force
wrong with
2
those
made by
games.
the team that made Metal Slug. So I mean, you can't get more authentic than that. It's basically the same team.
Yep. Gun Barrage,
Fun.
great game.
Fun.
Love that one.
Mhm.
Achoo!
And that's part of like you're actually playing like with characters from Gunbird, the shoot 'em up that comes with the iiRcade.
I know.
Okay, but this one is like a paddle game. Hachu, I have this one. I haven't played much of it. They do that thing.
Gesundheit.
Like they do that thing where like in Ninja Turtles, where when you punch one of the characters, they fly right into the screen. That's kind of what sold me on it, but I haven't played much of it yet. Heavy Barrel, I love that one.
Mhm.
Just a little hard to control your direction of fire. But that's
Okay, I'm about to get really excited.
Wow.
Heavy Smash, probably
Must
one
buy.
of the
100% must buy.
probably one of the best games that you could, besides the golf,
Possibly
that you can
play
get into
online.
online.
So much
matching.
fun. So much fun. Quick matches, futuristic sports game, lots of variations, different teams. Online plays great. Highly recommend Heavy Smash.
We
Fun.
got Hellfire, great shoot 'em up. Hoops 96, really good NBA Jam type clone basketball game. Hot Shots Tennis. I don't know anything about this one. Anybody?
No, I don't know anything about it. But
No,
$5, it's like I said, it's a rental for the weekend. You can try it out half an hour.
All right.
If you're
Image
tennis
Fight.
buff.
Another good shoot 'em up. In the Hunt. Another
In the
must
Hunt,
own.
must buy. Yeah, must
Karate
buy.
Champ.
Karate Champ. I know people.
Don't
I
get
know
me
people's
started.
beef on this game.
You're gonna trigger me.
It's their
Wrong
issue is they
controls.
want to play. They want to
Needs
play
two
it with the
joystick
proper
for
controls.
single player, but it is 2-player. Like if you want to play 2-player Karate Champ with 2 sticks with 6 buttons, this is it. You know, I wish they had
I
a
don't know.
single player.
I own the
version.
next game, Karnov, but it's way too hard. No
Karnov
matter
is
what you do in
insane.
that game, it just like screw you.
Hard
And
arcade game.
I can't even
it's a
get
learning
halfway through the
curve to
first
that
level.
one. It's a learning curve.
Karnov's Revenge. I think Ichabod Crane likes that one.
Yeah, it's not
Knuckle
bad.
Bash,
It's
love
not
that
bad.
beat 'em up.
Knuckle Bash is fantastic. Atari.
Next one.
Beat 'em up.
Kunai, 100%. Please do me a favor and do yourself a favor, and you can ask Kev Gret, buy this game. Kunai.
Yeah,
you
and
will
Knuckle
love
Bash has online too, multiplayer. I've played all the way through it. It plays great online.
Kunai is a long adventure. It's a legit game that you would play on your like Nintendo Switch or something like that. And
Yeah,
it
it's
plays
a console
really
type
good
game.
on the iiRcade. It kind of came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
This game has really good ratings if you go look it up out there. It's a lot of fun. Kung Fu Master.
Alright.
Great.
That's a given.
Classic.
That's a given.
Classic.
Classic arcade.
Classic 80s arcade. C. Derek Miller has a playthrough on his
Yep, I
channel.
saw
where
that one
he got
today.
really far. He got to, I think, the 3rd level
Well
or something.
done.
It was pretty awesome. Well done,
Well
C.
done,
Derek
Derek.
Miller. Playing iiRcade games during the day.
Yeah, I would really
Classic.
recommend Kunai. I'm telling you, like
Mhm.
you can see the normal price is $17. It's worth that $17. You'll get a long playthrough out of that game.
I mean, I'd recommend Knuckle Bash. Where else can you have an Elvis impersonator and
Oh
wrestlers?
yeah, that game's crazy. Yeah,
It's fantastic. I mean, I can't even describe that game.
dude, that
It's so crazy.
that entire game would be canceled if they tried to put
it's
that out right now.
fantastic. Get Knuckle Bash.
Legend of
Online
Makai.
does
No,
work.
I know I have this one, but I can't really speak on it because I haven't played it that much. Anyone played this one?
No, another action adventure platform.
Maybe anyone in the chat? Don't know. Lock and Chase. Classic game.
Yep.
Kind of
I
like a
have it.
slow Pac-Man.
Got
I
all
mean,
the load runners.
yeah.
All the load runners, but I would say
Must buys Load Runner Legacy.
skip all the load runners and go right
Legacy
to Load Runner
first.
Legacy.
Yep.
Load Runner Legacy, after
So
you get
good.
through a couple of the levels, it's going to open up a new, like, enhanced version of the original Load Runner.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of game like you want to see what iiRcade can do. Get this Load Runner Legacy game. The graphics are fantastic, the gameplay is fantastic, and it unlocks a lot of the old Load Runner games. It's great.
Kev Gret says you need all Load Runners in your life. So
Yeah.
Kev's
Yep.
saying get them all. But,
I
you
have 'em
know,
all.
Kev Gret's recommendations. There
Some
you
people
But
go.
if you
on a
had to
budget,
pick one,
go.
get Load Runner Legacy. If you have to pick one, get Load Runner
No.
Legacy for sure. It's great.
Another good gamer in the community.
Lucky Boom does
I
not,
don't like Pang, but
it's not as good as Pang.
Pang is
Brothers.
better. I
Yeah.
agree. Pang, go Pang. It's more
So,
modern.
If Pang's on sale, if Pang Brothers on sale, I
Mhm.
would go with that one way before Lucky Boom. Magic Purple's good, but it's like I played
a Snow
I played it a couple
Brothers-ish
times.
type
Yeah, it's
game.
fun.
All
They
the
have Snow
magic
Brothers,
drops
though.
there.
I
You
mean,
got all the
Zone
magic
3.
drops here, but the only
3.
one that really
Three's a
is the
must
one that
buy.
you should be
Number 3.
focusing on is 3, because 3 you can actually play online against somebody.
Yeah, and this in the puzzle category, this is the must buy game. It plays fantastic online too.
Yeah, this
It's
is my
super
favorite
good.
puzzle game on the
Great.
arcade because it's a puzzle
much fun.
fighter game.
And then the golf. Ooh, that's a must.
Major
have.
title 2,
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
sports game
Gotta
to
have
me.
Let,
And
let's
online.
talk a bit about the golf. Steps, tell us about the golf because she's a huge fan.
Well, I'm a big fan, and I first played Neo Turf Masters, and the team that designed Neo Turf Masters came from Major Title 2. It's called the Skins Challenge on the Super Nintendo. IRM Skins Challenge, if you ever had that game. And the main differences in this game versus like Neo Turf Masters is the putting is a lot more challenging. The putting is definitely an obstacle in this game, and it makes it a little bit more interesting. You got to really pay attention to your shots. The other thing is it's just, obviously there's some graphical differences. This one's a little bit older, so you got that. But I like both equally, and I play both of them. But I love having Major Title 2 in the iiRcade. I play it more
Neo
than
Turf Masters is more fast paced.
Yeah, it is.
I play that one on the Legends. It's more arcadey. This one, even though it is an arcade golf game, is more slow paced than Neo Turf Masters. Highly enjoyable game. There's lots of modes. You can play against people in multiple different types of ways. I played against Ichabod Crane, where we played for the money. And depending on what character you choose, you're definitely going to have an advantage, in certain matches. So there's lots of back and forth. Just hours and hours of fun. I've always been a huge fan of arcade style golf games.
Yeah.
That play exactly like Major Title 2 play. So when this came to the iiRcade and I played it, I was like, yes, it is so good to have a game like this. I highly, highly enjoy that game. I don't have any of the Mania Challenge or Matt Mania. I know that Carl O
loves
is a
Matt
huge
Mania.
fan.
They're the
Classic
precursors.
arcade games.
So he's going to need to sell me on this. Should I buy Matt Mania while it's on
you should.
sale?
I played both.
Carlo just got it, I
as a
think.
kid.
He just got Matt Mania. What'd you think of it, Carlo?
Well, we're not going to wait. We'll
sorry.
just
No,
keep
no,
talking.
Let's
just
good.
wait for the delay.
Yeah, sorry. But I know he just bought it because he said on the Arcade Talk he was getting it and playing it. So that's pretty cool.
Well, while we wait for Carl, all right, he loves it.
He said he's number
He loves
35. He says he likes Matt Mania
It's
better
a
than
must.
Retromania.
It's a must.
This next game,
Great
Mayhem
retro,
Brawlers.
wrestling game.
So I've had Mayhem
100%.
Brawlers since the day it was released on the iiRcade, and I've only kept playing through the first level, stopping, getting sucked into other things. The other day, just chatting really quick back and forth with Biggie D. He wound up picking it up for $9.99 because Biggie D likes deals. So he searched around. He's like, well, it's more expensive everywhere else. This is the cheapest, so I'll just buy it and give it a shot.
50% off. Cheaper than Steam.
Because he started talking to me about it and he wanted to know something about the version, I popped mine on, and then that got me into playing it. And it was the first time I actually really spent some time playing it. And it quickly has become my favorite beat 'em up on the iiRcade. It's so good.
It's
$10. It's a steal. Get this game. It has branching
It's
paths
very modern.
fantastic.
Very modern.
that they do like a comic book.
Yep. 90s comics. Nix has a playthrough showing some strategy.
If you watch my
combos.
picture, man, I'm tearing it up in that game. And like that's what you can do. You use your imagination with all the move sets that the game has, and it gives you a lot to work with, and you can be very creative.
Yeah, please don't
Absolutely.
pass out.
Two
Don't pass up on
unlockable
this
characters.
on Mayhem Brawlers for $9.99.
She-Wolf and Alley Witch. I got
Absolutely.
the video on how to unlock Alley Witch on my channel, but man,
And
that's a
that's the
fantastic game.
replay.
I
You
opened
can't go
up the
wrong.
wolf.
Characters,
I'm playing as the
playthroughs.
wolf.
She-Wolf.
I love her attack.
You like the wolf?
Where you turn into the wolf.
She's
I'm
awesome.
Dolphin,
Yeah.
the big guy. I hope that we
Alleywood's
get
so cool.
online. I can't wait till we get online.
got like a
for that. I hope we
breakdance
get online
attack.
for that. We got to
Great
get online
game.
for that. I hope that happens.
Yeah, please pick up Mayhem Brawlers. You will really like it, and it really shows you what sets the iiRcade apart from every other home arcade out there. Like being able to play a game like this.
Yeah. To me, this is the must-own category. Like
Really good.
You must own this. This is
If you have an
like, you
arcade,
can't
this
play.
is it. Yeah.
This is what iiRcade can do that like your other arcades can't do.
Midnight
Must have.
Resistance. I love this game. However, it's when in Midnight Resistance, when you controlled your character, your shooting was actually like a spinner. That's how. So it's very difficult to try to aim in the game properly, and it's a challenging game. So I think I'm gonna revisit playing it once like Glenn's Control Deck comes out, and I can potentially play it with a stick and a spinner. That would be awesome. So that's my only gripe with Midnight Resistance. You can't play it the way it was meant to be played in the arcade. Mighty Warriors. This looks like another low budget fighting game.
fighting game.
Sorry, yeah.
But this next one's not a pass. Minky Monkey.
Yeah, it's so good.
Love it.
It looks like
Love
Donkey
it.
Kong 3.
I am
from a distance.
currently number 4, and Sacro is number 5 here in the chat on this game. This is a fantastic retro arcade game. It's so much fun. We did spotlight this game on the retro iiRcadians, the iiRcadians retro 80s show. So go back on my channel, watch that show, and you can learn all about this game. It's a lot of fun, though. What do you think about it, Brooklyn? I know you're a fan
I
too.
absolutely
You
love it.
introduced it to me.
Yeah, I introduced it to you on this show, and yeah, I was happy to see a lot of people start playing it, and everyone being better.
Leaderboards,
at me, at it,
leaderboards. This is a great score. If you want a game to score chase, this is.
You know
a
what it
great
is?
one.
It's one of those games when you look at it, like
Get
you're
the
like, come on,
fruit.
man. And then when
Yeah.
you play it, it's
The
so
monkey,
easy. It's just
so
a one button.
It's so
but
addictive.
It's such a great little
So
arcade
great.
game.
You
Moon
know what-
Patrol, great game. We all know that.
I was gonna say, you know what's crazy is that I have like 107 games, and you've like probably listed like 10 more I should buy already. We're only in the ends.
Don't
know.
listen to us.
Don't
We're,
listen.
we're enabler steps.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Try the
keep
ones you
going.
like. Yeah.
Motor Race USA. I don't have this one.
Moon Patrol is a
Long list,
must-have.
219
for this.
on
Like if
sale.
you like retro arcades though, 80s. This is Moon Patrol is a definition of an 80s classic golden age arcade though. Like that's a big title for iiRcade.
Oh, there's a lot of games on sale.
I know.
Mug
It's like
Smashers.
all
I
the
really
games are
like
on
that
sale.
one. Mysterious Stones. I
Mug
really
Smashers
like that
has
one as well.
online. Beat 'em up.
Ninja Base.
Oh.
Beat 'em up that you can play
Batman.
online.
Oh, you got to buy
Nastar
that one.
Rastan Saga 2. A lot of people say that this is the worst of all the Rastan games.
Mysterious Stones.
I like it.
Sorry, I had to go backwards, but Mysterious Stones is like they take that mechanic of eggs, but they add an Indiana Jones theme to it.
Yeah.
And the game was only released in Japan. This is another one of those great deep cut arcades that iiRcade has. You might not have heard of. That's really fun to play. And all these games, like I said, we did all these in the 80s iiRcadians retro show with Punk Rock Dave. So you can watch pretty much all these games on those shows that we did.
The next game is one of the ones that also I passed on. And then I wound up getting it when they had the arcade sale the last time, and I love it. Naughty Boy.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
great.
Papa Brad, of course, Papa Brad can pretty much play this game for infinity at this point.
scored
And I don't know how you can do that, but he figured it
I
out.
don't have that one.
It's a good one. It reminds me
try
of
it.
one that you would like, Nix.
Number 1, 999,140. Number 1.
It's old style. This is for the retro. This is for the real retro people, but
The Naughty Boy has
It's a
the
good
most
one.
grating sounds in the world, but the gameplay is like really fun. It's really addictive. But the
So
sounds are
I
really
am-
grating.
I'm a sucker for these
1.
type of arcade racing games like Neo Drift Out. So I have this one. There's other ones, but I believe this is the only one I picked up, but I love the ones where you see the direction coming up and you have to just beat the time to be able to go to the next level. Great game if you like that style of arcade racer. Night Slashers, Ninja Baseball, Batman. Come on. Do we
Two
even
of the
need
best
to
back to back,
talk?
really.
Yeah.
Ninja Clowns. I guess I
Can't
like
go
that
wrong.
one. $5. Yeah.
Yeah. Solid deal.
Yeah. Like when I saw that Ninja Clowns was coming to the iiRcade, my first thought was, I thought I was the only person on the earth that knew about this game.
Yeah, I like Ninja Clowns.
So yeah, it's a good version of it. And they
Quirky,
have
kind
some,
of like a Simpsons type game, a little bit more out there.
yeah. And then they updated it. Didn't they almost have like a one quarter challenge on Ninja Clowns. I could be
Yeah.
wrong, but I
I'm
think they did.
I'm terrified of clowns. Absolutely
Yeah.
terrified.
Yeah, but Night Slashers is a must-have. Well,
Well, I'm an OG Wicked Clown, so I love clowns.
yeah.
Ninja Kazan. Don't know much about that one.
Another action adventure side scroller games along with Ninja Spirit. It's the
Well,
same
Steph knows a
game.
lot about
Steph,
this
tell
one.
us about Ninja Spirit.
Ninja
her jam.
Spirit is definitely one of my favorite games. I've been actually I played it today. I was number 5 when I got my arcade again, and I have a new user ID, so now I'm number 5 and number 6. But I'm trying to get my way back up in the top 3. But it's a very challenging game, but a very fun game, a very rewarding game. Different weapons. There's 4 different weapons that you could choose by pressing the first button. You can cycle through them. Then you also got a jump button and an attack button. There's different power-ups, so you can get a power-up for your weapon to make your weapon more powerful. You could also get ninja clones or ninja ghosts or whatever they are, that so you could have like 2 or 3 ninjas that copy your moves, which are really helpful, especially when you get past level 2 and there's just enemies nonstop. They just don't stop coming at you. It was a classic on the TurboGrafx 16. It's considered one of the top games on the TurboGrafx 16. Michael B had it in his top TurboGrafx 16 games. The arcade game is a little bit more challenging because you only get 1 hit, but it's also a lot prettier graphically. If you do not own this game, I definitely would buy this game. There you go.
Then we got Operation Wolf and Operation Thunderbolt. A lot of people seem to like
both.
Operation Thunderbolt even better than Operation
Thunderbolt.
Wolf.
If you have to pick
both
one,
of these games.
Thunderbolt is more approachable. It's more like arcadey. It's more like everyone can play it. You can have a great time. Operation Wolf has a lot of challenge, especially level 2 and level 6.
But it looks crisper.
I think out of any game on the iiRcade, I've played through
tougher.
Operation Thunderbolt the most times.
Operation Thunderbolt's great. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't think of a
fun.
better gun game. It's fantastic. It's so much fun.
That's
even
it.
Better
That's it.
with
It's just
the
fun.
Sin and Lego.
It's just so fun. I mean, you know,
Ardmore, anyone will tell you Ardmore is probably the most visually impressive and best platformer game on the iiRcade.
Yep.
If you don't
First
have
game I
it
downloaded,
and you
Ardmore.
like platformers, get that game.
Must
You're
have.
not going to be disappointed at all.
Once
Outzone,
again, unique
Bye.
experience.
Yeah.
Unique experience.
Buy Outzone.
Then you got
Total game.
P47 Aces and P47 the Phantom Fighter. Out of these two, P47 Aces is the better choice. P47 the Phantom Fighter is the older of the two. I played both of them. I like P47 Aces better. But
Kev Grady
still
and
better
Rainwater
choices.
say get Ardmore.
Keep it rolling. We're in the P's.
now
We're
this
going through the
next
whole
one,
alphabet.
I really this is Pang Adventures. So this is a modern version of
game.
Pang Brothers, which is a very famous classic arcade game. I really like this one. You got to pop the balloons, you get different power-ups, you got boss fights, really good graphics. I would say at least give it a shot. You might find that you're like, wow, how did I miss out on this one? Panic Road, the only person that I know in this world that likes this game is Miami Cuddles.
That's like a
I've
pinball
tried it.
game.
I don't get it, but he
Looks
loves
like
this game. He
pinball.
thinks it's relaxing.
Yeah, I've played
Yep,
pinball
Miami
games
Tiger
like
Arcade
that,
does
an
like that one.
adventure type kind of pinball game. Yeah.
Now, when Peggle first came out, I was like, why would I want that? And then I played it, and it's just fun. It's kind of like just like a quarter muncher, and
Not for me.
it's Peggle. I actually like it.
Some people might like it. That's
it's a
not
fun,
for
it's
me.
a fun.
I don't know if you can
it's a fun-
call it a game.
Yeah.
It's like
but-
a puzzle-esque type game. Yeah.
I mean, it might be
Strategy.
fun if we did a 1/4 challenge on it,
Mm.
but it's one of those games where it's more of like if you keep feeding it quarters, you could just keep, doing well at it. It's one of those things. I don't like Peter Pepper's ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
it's connected to Burger Time, but it's very
Yeah,
hard.
just too hard.
Very hard for most people. This next one I would strongly recommend for grown-ups. It's an adult
Yeah, this
only
is not a
game.
kid.
This one I
friendly.
love.
Yeah,
It's a
Not
great
kid
game.
friendly, but
Not
you want a nice
kid-friendly.
little
Disclaimer right
M-rated
now.
game.
It is not kid friendly.
PP
Yeah, that's a really
is
good one.
fantastic.
And then
Little naughty
Plus
pleasure.
Alpha is a shoot 'em up, really difficult.
Mhm.
There's still better shoot 'em ups on the iiRcade. Maybe we'll at some point get
Yeah.
to see Plus Alpha show
That's
up
right, Carl.
in Game Fight. Pop Flamer,
Brad, don't know
another
that one.
really old retro 80s.
Great
arcade game.
game. Where am I at on that one?
Yeah,
Number one.
I got Pop
for.
Flamer and
Yeah.
Naughty Boy at the same time.
Mhm.
Powerballs I just like because it's like a New York theme game, but it's
Yes, Paul.
you basically throw the
Yes.
ball. It's like racquetball and breaking the trash. And there's girls that are like taking their tops off on the rooftop while you're
Listen.
playing.
Pop Flamer,
It's like a
Papa
little
Brad.
Easter egg.
Number one, guess who? Goofy Foot. Number two. Like us retro gamers. Look at
Yeah.
this list. Corrupt Noron. You got
Yeah,
Alex.
heavy hitters. You got heavy
Yeah, got
hitters.
all
on
the people
list
that are
there.
into retro games are hitting Pop Flamer hard.
All right,
That is
moving
a
on.
good retro game. Sorry, that's
No,
a good
that's
one.
fine, Brad.
You
I'm
got
just
it.
keeping it
Into
flowing,
ours.
man.
I know. Let's
I didn't
keep
realize
moving.
this was going to take this long.
I
Psychic
know.
5.
219 games. 219
I like that. I like
games.
Psychic
355 games or something, dude. It's a lot of games.
Psycho Nick's Oscar. I have that, but why can't I think about what it is? I'm trying to look at that picture.
Yeah, it's a
hard.
side. It's a
I've
side
played it.
scroller.
If you're gonna get one of these, get R-Type Leo.
Yeah, R-Type Leo is great.
Yeah, the
Approachable.
whole R-Type series is
The whole
yeah,
R-Type
speaks for
series.
itself.
Do
Whole
we even
R-Type
need to talk about
series,
those? Just
really,
scroll
all
right
of them
past
are
them.
great.
Then you got the Rastan.
Rastan, you know you
That's
want
difficult.
that. Big
Classic arcade.
Rally Big Run. I don't have that one.
Yeah, for $5.99, can't go wrong. Same as Rally Bike. Nice arcade.
I do have
racing
Rally Bike. That's the one
games.
we have to fuel up.
Yep, I
Yeah,
got
that's a
that
cool
one
one.
too. It's
I have
$5.99, can't
no
go wrong.
idea about rim rocking basketball.
Yeah, it's a base of basketball. Basketball, $5. Can't go wrong.
I know Mikey
Try it
J
out.
Productions likes Rim Rockin' Basketball. He said
Rodland
it's
is really, really good. Rogue Armored
My
Force.
channel, I have a full review of Rogue
just played
Armor
that
Force.
one.
We just played it. It's fantastic. It's a very long, excellent. You can only shoot diagonally. There's really no other game that has play mechanics like it. It's great. I love that game.
Round Guard. That's like a Peggle type game. It's a modern game, and they add like elements to it that I'm a sucker for. You know, like leveling up and bosses.
Next
so
one's
I
for
like
Nick's
Round
for
Guard.
sure.
Space
Invaders.
Invaders.
I've never heard of that one,
Never heard of
I
this
have
game.
rolled over the
but the
scoreboard.
picture looks cool.
It's rolled over the scoreboard.
Absolutely.
This is the
loved
best
it.
version of Space Invaders ever released for home. Ever.
It's good. I play.
I would agree with that.
It's
It really
funny.
is.
I never
And
thought
And then
I'd play that every
Space
day, but I do.
Invaders Infinity.
Go
If
check
you
out
want
my
like a
playthrough on
Love
my
that
channel.
game.
version of Space Invaders.
That's a good one too.
That's a really good one.
Good soundtrack and with the good speakers, especially if you have the gold edition. Sounds really good.
The next title, if you like the Double Dragon series, but want to play it where instead of
Known as
going,
China Gate in the United States arcades.
Yep.
Fantastic.
instead of
got
going
that one.
horizontal, going vertical,
Uh-huh.
then check out Sayu Guy My Whatever.
I call
That's
it
a good one.
China Gate. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
it's called
China
in
Gate.
American arcades. And this is a really fun game. Online works on it and introduced to me by Jong himself. Jong said, check out this game. It's great. It's fun.
Cuddles likes that
Absolutely.
one too. Saint Dragon, we all like that one. Really hard, really challenging, but lots of fun. Samurai Aces, great shoot 'em up.
Fantastic.
Showed
Yeah,
that one
that
off
was-
here
yeah,
last
just
week on the
played
show.
it
Save
last
the
week.
Puppies. I spoke about this one earlier.
Samurai Aces came out
Very
before
kid-friendly
Tengai.
puzzle game.
This is a
If you like
very
Tengai, check out Samurai
popular
Aces.
one in my house. Yes. My kid comes up in here. This is always the first game.
Great
that's
kid
on.
game.
Loves
Yeah,
this
it's
one.
just super addictive for kids.
The dog just keeps stretching longer and
The wiener
longer.
dog that keeps getting
But
longer
if
and
you're-
longer. Kids love
For
that
someone
game.
that like puzzles, you might enjoy that too. Secret Agent, this one is of course like classic Data East. They
Yeah,
were
it's a
always
good
so
one.
good at doing stuff graphically in their
James
games
Bond.
and doing all kinds of really cool action scenes. And that's what basically this game is from start to finish, is one action scene to the next. And when CT Jason was doing the Home Arcade Wars or whatever that was called, his show,
Uh-huh.
this on the first episode they did Secret Agent. Really cool
That's
game.
true.
Mhm.
Shadow Dancer, love that game. Really, really good. Shadow Force.
Great.
Or his
Really
name, beat 'em
good.
up. And then
What do you guys think
more
of
shoot ups,
Skyfox?
and Sky Shark and Slap Fight. Oh,
Skyfox is a very 80s type shooter. Really depends if that's going to be your style. Sky Shark, really good. Slap Fight, one of my favorites.
Oakland again.
They're both
Yeah,
Toplan.
$4.49 for
Think
Slap
I'm wrong with
Fight.
Toplan
Yeah,
games.
do yourself a favor and give that one a shot.
Absolutely.
Really hard, but at least it's hard, but it's fair. Snow Brothers,
Snow
and
Bros
Snow
1 and
Brothers
2.
2.
Yeah,
they're
great.
good.
Great
Classic
price.
arcades.
The next one, I don't. Every time I try it, I don't do too well at it. It's like really difficult.
That's a difficult size
Solar
cooler.
Warrior. Can't say
Shooter,
much
run
on
and
that
gun.
one. I've the next one, like I've never. I don't even know. Didn't
it's
even know it was on the
Sort of like
arcade.
sort of like a puzzler.
Okay, I've never played that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Space Ace.
Buy it.
That's a
Yeah.
give him. Yep. Look at that price.
We also love Space Bomber and Space Harrier.
Oh, I love Space Harrier. That's one of my favorites on here.
Splunker 1 and 2 if you like splunking.
I'm a sucker for those Splunker games.
$5.99. Add 'em
You would
to your
think with
collection.
all the visually insane stuff that's out now, that this type of stuff wouldn't want me to keep going to see what I'm going to see next. But for some reason,
Going back to
draws me
Solar
in.
Warrior. Yeah, come take Papa Brad out. He's number 1 on the leaderboards in that game. That game does have leaderboards. See if you could take me out.
I played Space Harrier all the way through on my
It's too hard.
birthday last
Spin
week,
Master,
like
we
2
love
weeks
this
ago.
Try to
one.
take me out. And see what you
Really
can do.
cool graphic, really cool, like arcadey, over the top action game. Squash. A lot of people love this one.
Miami
I think I
Tiger
own
Arcade
Squash.
loves Squash. That was one of his favorite games. So he says
And I
Squash
own
is amazing
Stadium Heroes.
multiplayer.
Yeah, Stadium Heroes, like that's a really good
Baseball,
and fun
arcade
type baseball game.
baseball game.
Yeah,
Steel
highly
Force is
recommend.
like a action of like over. You see your view from over your head, and you run
Solar
through
Warrior's
these
tough.
like dungeons and stuff. I like that one. Stone Ball is like it's like soccer with cavemen
Yeah,
and dinosaur. You can have dinosaurs.
it's
and
fun
stuff come out.
2-player in person. Like
It's
a bear-
going to
like a
be.
bear
in person
assist.
is fun.
I don't know if they're ever going to get multiplayer on it, but that's
But it's
what
fun
would make
for,
that
like-
game more of a must buy.
Yeah,
But if you actually have friends in real life, which I don't, then Stoneball would be for you if you have someone
Snowball's
come
fun
over.
to play with. Like I play with my grandson plays with me on that one. He likes it.
Stormblade, love that one.
Fantastic.
I would put that in the top 10 on
Yeah,
shoot-em-ups
more
on
modern
the
shooter,
arcade.
great music, just a great, more modern
All right,
shmup.
let's scroll down.
Street Hoops, great basketball game. Strikers, amazing. Strikers
How much
1945
further
plus,
we gotta
amazing.
go here?
Super Burger Time. Some say it's even better than Burger Time.
You can play
Love that
2-player. It's like burger. You can play 2-player. Super Burger Time's fun. I played it all the way to the end.
Legend of Kage. See, I'm not going to say Legend of Cage. Legend of Kage. This cult classic. So it's one of those games that either you have nostalgia for or you don't. But all the people that do,
It's good.
they don't pass up on that game. This one I knew nothing about. Like I actually played it before the iiRcade, but then when they got it on the iiRcade and they spoke more about it, this was another game that was very popular overseas, and I really like it. The New Zealand story, lots of fun. Ninja Kids, I play through that here on the show. I love that. Really good beat 'em up. Thunder Fox, over the top action from start to finish. If you're like a 90s kid and you want to relive that Rambo era of video games, Thunder Fox will cover all bases. I've never played tag team wrestling. Anybody?
I've played it on the NES, and it's a decent, for a time period arcade.
Wow, there's a
wrestling
lot of
game.
games on sale.
I know.
This is the biggest sale they've ever done. It's
I think
crazy.
So there's a lot of
Techie,
good stuff. A lot of good
Pac-Man.
games.
I think also Ichabod Crane loves this one.
I just love this one.
Tengai, must own. I love
Tengai,
Age of
yeah.
Heroes Silk Road 2.
And guys, a must buy.
Age of Heroes Silk Road 2 is like a beat 'em up, but throwing like magic and stuff. Really cool. The Astian Axe, love that one. Played through that one multiple times. The Cliffhanger, crazy over the top action from start to finish.
Yeah, it was originally a tech demo to show how far they could push the graphics.
Yeah, we also all love the Combat Tribes here.
Great game.
Yeah, I
Game
gotta buy that. I
Paradise,
don't
we
have
love that
Combat
one. Legend of
Tribes, a
Silk
true
Road.
sequel to Double Dragon.
Yeah, these are all
Combat
good.
Tribes is a must-have beat 'em. If you like the beat 'em up genre, you have to get Combat Tribes. It's one of the best games for a beat 'em up on iiRcade.
Well, the arcade has a lot of games. These are
I
just the ones
know.
on sale.
355
Thunder Hoops
I think.
2, man. Yeah, please get Thunder Hoops 2. What can I say about this
That's
game?
a great
It's like,
game.
have you seen the movie Heavy Metal? Just imagine
Heavy metal. Yeah.
if they turned that into a video game.
Science fiction fantasy. It's a little bit of an adult twist. It's great.
Nice.
Not
Also
released in
relive
American
your Rambo and Chuck Norris fantasies in Thunder Zone. I love that one. Tiger Heli, great game. Time Killers, if that's another like really crazy beat 'em up, like ultra violent.
It's a cult classic. It goes up there with the Bloodstorm. It's the same type of thing.
Isn't this was Bloodstorm the sequel to this one?
Yeah, Time Killers was first, then Blood Killers. They had this when I did my walk and sock where I walked to the college arcade. That they had that in the college arcade when I went to college.
So Toe Jam and Earl, I mean, I still don't get it.
It's fun.
But I know it's such a cult classic, and there's people like, Brooklyn, you're an idiot. Like, how could you not like Toe Jam and Earl? And I was like, not that I don't like it. I don't understand what is the point that I'm doing when I'm playing it.
You're rebuilding your ship.
Okay.
The parts, it's destroyed, and the parts are scattered, and you have to go from each of the levels to try looking for your parts while avoiding the enemies and trying to find items to help you get through and survive. And with a lot of comedic things that happen along the way. It's very cartoony, lots of humor.
Then we have another one that seems to be a cult classic. Tropical Angel.
Tropical Angel. What a
I totally stink at this game.
Score chasing game, lots of challenge. You know, it's just fun.
And Truxton 2, yes and yes.
Masterpiece.
I need to really get into those again.
Oh my god.
Twin Cobra and Twin Hawk. Yeah,
I love Twin Cobra.
Games. UN Defense
all the
Force.
Toplin shooters. Truxton 2, Twin Cobra.
Twin Hawk is Toplin 2.
How's this volleyball game?
Good. I played the NES version of it, and it is good.
I actually played Kevgret U.S. Championship volleyball, and he schooled me online. He's very good at that game, but I had a blast playing it. It does play online. The U.S. Championship volleyball is fun.
Then we got this Ultimate Tennis. Anybody?
Looks good.
Looks good.
Foul Trick is cool once you learn how to play it. Very original, really good game.
Vapor Trail takes no prisoners in game fight.
Yeah. Well, it's gone. Remember, it got voted out last week.
The music was really good.
Vigilante is the...
Tell us about Vigilante. Steps went to Galloping Ghost and played it.
Vigilante's like the sequel to, what was it, Kung Fu? It was Kung Fu on the Nintendo. Was it Kung Fu on the iiRcade? Yeah. I forget. But you know, it's got more of a storyline. It's definitely prettier. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, you have to shake the joystick to kind of get enemies off you at times, similar to 10-Yard Fight. Was on the TurboGrafx as well. Arcade classic, get it?
Yeah, come see if you can take me off the leaderboards too. I'm way up there on that one.
Yeah, I'll give away your strategy if you want, Brad.
Beat Papa Brad.
Vimana, really good. Warrior Blade.
Goodbye that. Bye Warrior Blade.
Bye Blade. Arcade, but you know the time they took to get it just right for iiRcade. You know, it's beautifully done with the widescreen.
But it's even better now since they did the firmware update and they updated the level of difficulty. They made it really good.
Way better.
Yeah. And I like Wardner as well. That's a very lesser known title. And that was one of the ones when it came to the iiRcade. That was another game. I was like, well, I thought it was the only person in the world that has ever seen this game before. So I was happy to get that one. Wind Up Night is one of those games where it's so weird. I keep wanting to play this one on the show, and here it is. It's like one of those games where your character keeps moving no matter what, and you got
any game where you auto run drives
obstacles.
me bad. Yeah, I just not into that genre. Game. I hate auto run games.
Like those cell phone games. It's like that.
Yeah,
Windjammers.
Windjammers is great.
Definite must own World Rally 2 and World Rally Champion. There they are. Just like the ones earlier.
Nick, did you know there were that many games?
I mean, 219 games on sale.
We're here. We're making it to the end.
219 games.
Now,
so Ease.
Now, how many people knew that Ease was? I have both of these, and I haven't played. These are just full, all-out role-playing games. Like you're not going to stand up and play these games. You're going to need to pull up a chair and sit down.
The storyline.
You get good value out of these games. Yep.
Yeah, the storyline is so freaking great. It's got a great story that draws you and it sucks you and keeps you playing. The audio, like the music in these games, is just amazing. It's just a great soundtrack. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, a lot of us don't even mention this, like that they actually have like famous role-playing games on the iiRcade. It's weird to have those on an arcade type system, but yeah, they are there if you want to play them.
Yeah, can I mention a game I love on this page is Zero Eyes. It's basically bump and jump in an arena. It's fantastic. It's a great retro game if you like your 80s retro arcades. Super fun. Think bump and jump in an arena, and it's a lot of fun. This is one of Miami Tiger Arcade's games.
Yeah, he recommended that to me too.
Yeah,
yeah,
I love it. It's
374.
great.
That's a good buy for that one. And then we got Zero.
You love
Wing.
retro, get it. If you're into
Very
retro.
good. Shoot 'em up. Well, that's it. We covered all of the games.
Yes.
Currently on sale.
Got through it.
On the iiRcade. Wow. iiRcade
You know what I love about this game sale, Brooklyn? You know what I love about it? A lot of the new owners, they said, man, we just got the machine, and we really wish we had a sale so we could pick up some games. And what did iiRcade do?
It was perfect timing.
All the games on sale for the new owners.
I thought you were going to say you love it because it saves you money because you already bought all these games at full price.
I already have them all, but
Brad, you should be angry.
I'm happy for the new owners because it means more people to get on the leaderboards, more competition, more people to play against online. It's great. Pick up some games.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. The Retromania Wrestling cabinet, which is a beautiful cabinet. Huh? It's even for people who are just fans of wrestling would probably want to have that type of a cabinet in their man cave, in their bar, in their hangout, in their house, whatever. And then you look at all these games on sale.
And the thing is, once these games are on your machine, no one can take them away from you. Never. Like once they're on their machine, they never go away unless you delete them yourselves. You permanently have these games. There's
and I own most of these games, Brad. So can you see why I keep saying, like, please give me a break. Like putting out new games. I have so many games I got to play.
Go back and get through like Dead Cells with all that DLC.
Think about how long would it take you to get through all of these games we just showed? And these are just the ones on sale.
I could spend a year trying to get through these games that I have on my iiRcade right now, easily.
Yeah. All right.
So John had a comment about Ease. He said Ease is what got him through his painful college years. My favorite game of all time and my childhood game. We brought it to give you a cinematic gameplay experience on the iiRcade. It's like watching a movie. I agree. I didn't play it until a couple years ago, and I played it on the PC Engine Mini. And it was a game that was highly reviewed by Electronic Gaming Monthly. And it was one of those games that I wasn't able to access because it was so expensive to get a TurboGrafx CD. Did you play it? What did you play it on, John? Did you play it on a computer, a Master System, a PC Engine? How did you play it? That's what I want to know.
I remember them from the PC Engine. And I didn't play them back then, but they were just
PC says he played on the PC.
Yeah,
they were considered the best RPGs when they were out.
Yeah, the Master System, I think, is how the US first got Ease, and it was the first book only. And then when the TurboGrafx came out, they came out with the books 1 and 2 together. And it was the first CD-ROM game that the United States really ever saw. So that's kind of the history.
All right, so there you have it. All the games currently on sale on the iiRcade. You still got time. If you're looking to expand your library, or you just picked up an iiRcade and you are like, well, I don't know much about these titles. You could take the advice of the panel here because all of us that have recommended particular games that are on the list, we actually have played them.
We play them. Yeah, we played them a lot.
Well,
all right. Are you guys ready to get into Game Fight?
Let's do it. Game Fight.
We showed lots of shoot 'em ups here tonight. I wonder if any of them will pop up in the battle tonight. I didn't know that this first segment was going to go this long. So originally I was like, oh, we'll do 5 battles tonight.
Yeah, we might need to go 3, huh?
Let's think 3 or 4 because we still got to get to the 1 quarter challenge. But let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. This is Game Fight.
Game Fight.
All right, here we are. This is game
time.
fight.
Right.
I am not wasting any time. Let's spin the wheel and pick our first two shoot 'em up stepping into the game fight arena.
Everybody kept taking bets.
It's returning again. It is EDF Earth Defense Force. Let's see what EDF Earth Defense Force is going up against. I'm going to actually mix this up a little bit.
Randomized.
And now
beautiful.
let's spin it.
And in the red corner.
What is it? It's Battle Lane Volume 5.
No!
So Battle Lane Volume 5 is in jeopardy of being knocked out of the competition tonight.
Bye-bye, Battle Lane.
Isn't EDF Earth Defense Force also? I'm not sure. No, it's not on there. But either way, let's check out a few minutes of gameplay footage of EDF Earth Defense Force. All right, so that's EDF Earth Defense Force going up against Battle Lane Volume 5. Let's check out a little over a minute of gameplay footage from Battle Lane Volume 5. All right, so that's Battle Lane Volume 5 going up against EDF, Earth Defense Force. I'm right here in the center, so I guess I'll start the vote. Easy one for me. My vote goes to EDF, Earth Defense Force. Let's bring Papa Brad in. And what do you think, Papa Brad?
Yeah, Earth Defense Force all the way. Sorry, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Earth Defense
Bring in
Force.
Nyx.
Yeah, Earth Defense Force all the way.
Let's bring in Steph's Gaming.
You already know what I'm voting for. Earth
Yeah.
Defense Force.
Like, who are we kidding here? It's a better game.
This one was an easy one. Like
Yeah.
this might have
It
been one
was.
of the few times I just saw this and I was like, we're all going to agree on this one.
All right, so I stopped the chat.
Seldom
and
do.
with,
Seldom.
81% of the vote, they
That was a
also
no-brainer.
agreed. It goes to EDM, Earth Defense Force. That means we have to say goodbye because as far as Battle Lane Volume 5, it is game over. All right, we got the wheel back up on screen. Let's spin it. Let's
go.
pick the next two games stepping into the game fight arena.
Here we go.
This wheel is rigged. It's the pieces of the Luftwaffe.
Is this the
I like
same
this
games
one.
we had last week?
I think it might be. Steps.
Yes.
Is this a replay?
Is this pre-recorded?
Well, eventually, as the games are dwindling down, you know, the same
You'll
ones
get
are going to
smaller.
start getting picked, and
I
and
know.
then eventually it's going to get exciting.
There's
Let's
like-
see what's
There's like
next.
50
Luftwaffe.
games on that wheel now.
Learn how to say it. The show is educational. Learn how to say it.
Red corner.
We might have a final fight
We have a
coming
final
up.
fight.
Hey!
We have a final fight. There's no denying it. Final fight.
We have a final
Final fight.
fight. Final fight. That means I must quickly, during the show, get Battle Lane Volume 5 off the wheel because one of these games on the final fight wheel will be leaving the competition tonight. We have Galaxy Gunners. What will be going up against Galaxy Gunners? Do I even need to play the videos?
Well, okay, come on. You don't even need to play the videos. You know this one. Truxton versus Galaxy Gunners.
We have to be fair. All right, so it's Galaxy Gunners versus Truxton. One of these games will be leaving
Truxton,
tonight.
which should not even be on this wheel, has no place on this
I can
wheel
intentionally not agree and let it go to the chat. And who knows? It could be filled with a bunch of trolls in there that
if you hate
just
Papa
want to
Brad,
troll us, and they can get rid of
Truxton
Truxton.
One of
So
the greatest
we'll see what
games of all
happens.
time.
Let's check out a few minutes of gameplay footage of Galaxy Gunners. Right, that's Galaxy Gunner. Stop laughing, Steps.
Make it stop! My ears are
everyone-
bleeding.
Everyone can turn their headphones back up now because that's over.
Okay.
Let's.
This game,
Go ahead,
I said Naughty Boy has the worst sound. I think this one might be a tie. The sound
That
of
did
this
hurt
is-
my ears a little bit.
It's so grating.
It's not a bad game though. So
It's
now
not a bad
let's
game, but
let's see what it's going up against. This
I'll be
one is a
cranking that on my
game called
headphones when I'm
Truxton.
playing.
classic
Wow.
Toplon shooter. Truxton.
Wow.
Steps, you are center screen, so let's start off with you. What's your vote?
All right, so Truxton is not my favorite of the Toplin shooters. It's a really awesome game, but it's going up against something that I couldn't, like I had to turn my headphones off. I really did, but that doesn't mean it didn't play well. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna have to go to Truxton.
Okay. Let's bring in Papa Brad.
Truxton 2 is a masterpiece. I mean, this is the definition of a challenging
It's Truxton,
shmup.
though.
Truxton won.
I'm sorry.
His vote doesn't
Truxton.
count. That's it. He screwed up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I
Brad.
mean Truxton. I'm sorry. Well, I said Truxton 2, but I mean Truxton is a definition of a shmup masterpiece. It's in it's in Shmup Junkie's top 5 shmups. So challenging. This is a game that you can play. Like the replayability on this game is endless. This is a game you're not going to beat the first week that you have it. Love it.
All right. So what's your vote?
Truxton.
Truxton.
Truxton, of course.
Let's bring in Nix.
Well, this one's a tough one.
Really?
Because
Tough one.
when you look at Galaxy Guzzers, the visual aspect of it, it almost reminds you of Exerion, but it's almost a different take on it.
It's a better version of it.
Yeah, better version of it. The sound, yes, we could all agree. The sound, to play that game, you almost have to turn it like almost down or off, or play something else in your headphones when you're playing that game, because you just can't listen to that constant shooting. It's headache inducing, unfortunately. That's what going to hold that game back. But it's not to mean that it's not worth a playthrough. It's you can turn the sound off. You can still play the game. It's easy. But in a case such as this, when you're comparing it to Truxton, Truxton just is better gameplay, has more enemy variety, because it seems like in the other game the enemies kind of repeat, they look the same. So Truxton this time is going to win.
All right. So I guess that just leaves me an easy one for me. This is also going to go to Truxton, so it is unanimous for Truxton. Let's stop the chat and let's see it, just in case it had gone to them. What would they have chosen? Let's see. It's not showing me the results, but I did earlier see.
Galaxy Gunners 30%, Truxton 69%.
Why do you see it? I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. 69% went to Truxton, 30% Galaxy Gunners. So,
yeah, I mean,
see it. This stuff, you never know how this can play out.
I know. Yeah,
if
some
it goes to
Galaxy
the chat
Gunner
room.
fans.
But Galaxy Gunners, let's take a look here. Yeah,
Gone.
Galaxy
Knocked
Gunners.
Gone.
Bye time.
It's over.
Game over.
Game over, man.
Galaxy Gunners
over, man.
off the wheel, out of the competition. Let's do
Bye-bye.
one more round of this. And judges, let me just let everyone know, right after this, we are going to be getting right into the 1/4 challenge. We're going to start off first by playing the original elevator action, and then we are going to be playing elevator action 2. I think for time, the best way to do it is that we'll play elevator action, the first one, and then whoever's already playing will just go right in and play elevator action 2. We'll keep the 2 scores, and we'll see who wins. Okay, we're not going to be adding them up though, but we'll each play both of our games and we'll see.
John
who
wants to know,
what.
why is everyone agreeing today? It's unusual that we agree. It's just been the games that it's a random pick.
All right, so let's randomize the wheel again here. Hold on. Hit this a few times. And let's spin it to pick our last 2 games stepping into the game fight arena.
Go. In the blue corner, we'll have Dog.
It is
Yeah.
Dog Yun.
Dog you.
Let's see the game going up against Dogyun.
In the red corner.
Rangok Skies?
Samurai.
Aces.
Versus Dogyun.
Ooh, this is tough.
All right. So let's check out. We'll get right to this. A few minutes of gameplay
Let the
footage
battle
of
commence.
Dogyun. Nice. That's Dogyun.
Wow.
Great shoot 'em up. Going up against another great shoot 'em up. Let's check out a few minutes of gameplay footage of Samurai Aces. Is there an option to vote for both?
Really?
I'm seriously
tough one.
stumped.
A tough one. Psycho versus Toplin.
It really matters. Like they're both just as good as one another, but it really
Great
depends
shmups.
on what theme you're in the mood for.
Absolutely.
I think Dogyun has the better choice of weapons. Like it's crazy. The different type of weapons are beautiful. Yeah. And Samurai Aces has some really impressive levels and different character choices. I swear I don't know which one to vote for, so I'm just gonna give it to Dogyun. Let's bring in Steps.
All right, so I've played both of these fairly recently, and I recently just bought them. And I even last weekend I messaged Brooklyn. I said I just completed Samurai Aces. He goes, "Well, now you need Tengai, the sequel." And I'm like, Brooklyn, I already spent $90 on iiRcade games this sale. I can't afford any more.
I did tell you, don't listen to me. I feel bad.
Get all the shmups. Get everyone.
I will tell you, I bought Tengai. Anyway, I played through with one of the characters, and I'm guessing that each character on Samurai Aces has a different ending. I'm gonna assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell that much. But here's the thing, Dogyun, one of the prettiest shooters on the iiRcade, one of the prettiest shooters of that era. Amazing soundtrack. I think it's better at visuals. I think it's better at soundtrack, but the gameplay for Samurai Aces is just better. I'm giving it to Samurai Aces.
You do make a good point. The Samurai Aces gameplay is so smooth. I can only the way I can explain is if you play any of the Strikers games. All right, let's bring in Papa Brad.
Yeah, no Dogyun, no Batsugan. I mean, Batsugan is definitely pulls heavily from that game, but I mean, Samurai Aces to me is a masterpiece. It has that bullet hell, mechanic to it. Came before Tengai. I love it. I mean, as hard as I almost always pick Toplin game, but in this one case, I'm gonna pick Samurai Aces.
All right.
Really fell in love with that game.
Surprising votes tonight. Let's bring in Nix.
It's going to have to be Samurai Aces this time. And it's for the reasons I explained before when it was up to vote for this game. Multiple character selections, got the replayability there. It's a very smooth shooter. It keeps you coming back. Dogyun is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It is, and it's a great shooter. But it's just that's what's going to set it apart is that replayability factor, like going through with multiple characters. And all
right, so we didn't agree. I'm going to end the poll.
Finally,
the chat room has stolen the vote, and with 68% of the vote, they also agree with the three of you, and they chose Samurai Aces, which issues 1 hit point to Dogyun. So Dogyun is not out of the competition, but it is now going on the final fight wheel, and it has 1 hit point against it. If it gets one more in this competition, it's game over.
Wow.
One of the games that I thought was going to go towards the end, but you never know how this stuff works out.
Depends on what you pair up against. Mm-hmm. It's random.
All right, so that's going to do it for Game Fight this evening. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat room that helped out voting when we couldn't make the decision. We're going to get right into the 1 quarter challenge because, man, that was a lot of games on sale. I thought we were going to blow through them pretty quick, but you know how it is once we get started talking about games.
Every game.
Tonight's 1 quarter challenge is going to start off with the original elevator action.
All right.
Once you play the original elevator action, then you are going to play Elevator Action Returns. If you can help out in the chat room if you're watching along, because some of these games, when it's game over, the score disappears really quick. If you catch our scores, just post them in the chat so we can keep track. If you have any of these games and you want to play along at home, here's your time to fire them up. Remember, it's 1 quarter only. However you do on that first quarter, that's it. If you screw up right away, well, you're screwed up, and just post your score in the chat room. We'll see if anybody can beat our scores. I guess just to give everybody else a chance to get the games ready, I'll start this up tonight. This is it. We're going to start off with Elevator Action.
Right.
This is the 1 quarter challenge.
Gonna check out some elevator action. Welcome to the iiRcade family. Chaotic BPR says, loving my iiRcade. Just got it Wednesday. It's amazing. Welcome to the family.
It's a good quality machine. It's built really well. And definitely going to enjoy having you involved with the community. Absolutely. Get on those leaderboards, brother.
Here comes the secret agent.
Yeah, Brooklyn sneak in. Brooklyn's being a little sus here. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's taking out the enemy. He's
30 levels. You got to get to level 1.
That's right. He's shooting first and asking questions later.
Don't forget to pick up all the briefcases, which are in the red doors as you play this classic Hokkaido arcade game.
Yeah, I understand what Brooklyn's doing right here. He's trying to point push a little bit. He's going to stay up top here and just shoot. Eventually, it gets a little hard. You can't stay up there forever. You do have to make your way down.
Lights are going to go off. And he gets hit by a random bullet.
Yeah, no, this game is a 4-way gated game. You're playing it on an 8-way gated.
Oh, wow.
controller. So definitely recommend that you get a gate switcher.
Is it a 4-way?
Yeah, you should be playing this a 4-way. Yeah, because that's how you get messed up when you play this game. If you don't hit the right gate.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, because if you hit the diagonal when you're trying
Gotcha.
to crouch and whatnot, you don't crouch when you need to crouch. That's what makes this game difficult to play on an 8.
I can play it 4-way.
Yeah, if you're careful, you can play it 4-way with that 8-way joystick. You just gotta be very careful. Try to make your way all the way down to the first floor and escape, and you gotta get all those red rooms. And
Gotta get all the briefcases. Yep.
Yep.
All the red doors.
And the longer you stay in the level, the more difficult the spies get. They can start shooting you.
$3,400.
Not bad, Brooklyn. All right. Who is up?
Isn't he playing the next game? Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Oh yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
So
Who's he
this is
gonna
the
pick?
only. This is the only one of the two I've
Chad the Taff? Chad the Taff? Who's gonna pick the girl?
I'm looking at elevator action return.
I do recommend the player that the Brooklyn has chosen. A very good character. I tried Chad the Taff, and he's probably like. It's all the play style though. You want to moves fast, fast fire rate, runs fast. You want to pick the girl that Brooklyn's picked. The other male character, I forget his name, pardon me, is more of a balanced character, sort of an in between. So you have that replayability there with the 3 characters going through this game. Now, there's no time limit per se. Like you don't see a counter, but you can't hang around a level though that I think alarms are going off. We'll get back up there and get that, Brooklyn. These are all items that you find that give you points. And you go in the blue doors, and gives you those items, more points.
Yeah, this game came out like what, 10, 15 years after the first one,
Yeah,
I'm guessing?
they did a really good job. And oh, he jumped the gap, which is good. Now we got extra life. Yeah. Oh. And that's one of the good things about this game, too. You take a hit. Like an elevator action, one hit.
Yeah, one hit kills you in elevator action.
Yeah, absolutely. So this gives you a chance. Now you got this caution, so he's hanging about the level a long time, so it might get a little difficult for him. We'll see. Okay, the alarm's off now. Yeah, you gotta be careful when they shoot low. You can jump over the projectiles if they shoot at you.
I like the elevator music, the jazz music.
No, it is cool. More points in elevator action too. 14,800 versus the 3,400 Brooklyn made on elevator action. So playing elevator action 2 is going to be elevator action returns is going to be important. Higher scoring game.
It's almost at the bottom.
Oh, a Doberman.
Slips into the room. Just gonna grab some more intel.
Whoa. Check that out. Awesome.
Oh,
Oh, what a cheap
there
shot.
you go.
We have a good playthrough. Single quarter play. Elevator action returns.
Oh,
Got greedy.
he did.
He's already
no,
going
no.
down.
Oh yeah, don't burn yourself. So you just go back up to that.
Got a nice score going. 22,800 so far.
He's got himself pinned in a corner.
Killing baddies.
Oh, now the timer comes. Oh, you gotta move it. You're dawdling. Can he make it? Can he make it? Can he make it?
Almost to the bottom. Get his way down. And the van's there to pick him
Just
up.
made it.
All right. Completes the first stage of elevator action returns.
He's still going. One
One's kicking
quarter.
butt. Get a map. Mission 2.
Later, Bobby. Good seeing you.
Arcade Talk recommends the GRS gate switcher. I use the GRS gate switcher 2 on my first generation iiRcade. I have a video on how to mod it if you're interested in doing the mod.
Follow the instructions of your superior officer on any deck.
Brooklyn's on his last leg here. Let's see how far he can push.
31,100 right now.
Didn't
Or
we
you
say?
have a good play game and Elevator Action Returns is a much higher scoring game.
Didn't Glenn say the gate switch is supposed to be built into the deck that's coming out?
Yeah, on the deck that Glenn built, it has the gate switchers built in. GRS gate switchers, 4-way to 8-way, perfect controls. Gate switcher's a great product. Once you have that, I mean, you pretty much get perfect 8-way and 4-way when you're playing arcade games. Neat thing about iiRcade, when you're loading the game, if you look at the joystick, it shows you either 4 arrows or 8 arrows. So when in the load-in screen, you can tell whether a game was set up for a 4-way control or 8-way control.
These games are going to take a while, so I'm just going to watch you guys play probably. Man, he had a good run.
That was a good run. I don't think I can beat that. This is a high-scoring game. You want to go next, Nix?
I mean, I'm set up to go next if you want me to.
Yeah. Let's let you go next.
Who wants to go next? I don't know what my score was on that last one. It disappeared pretty quick.
Yeah.
Who's up next?
I'll go next.
Let's do Nix next, because
all right, let's bring in.
If he does super high, I might even have to go.
Let's bring Nix in.
We'll see.
All right, now we got Nix full screen.
Full screen.
Taking a 1/4 challenge. Anyone catch my score on that second one?
I'm rewinding right now, Brooklyn.
Rewind it. All right. All right, here we go.
Trying to get to it. Hold on.
Chaotic said he spent over $120 on games Wednesday night. And now you're going to spend even more. Man, there's a lot of good stuff if you don't have any of the games yet, man.
Yeah, there's a ton of good games in iiRcade, that's for sure.
That Elevator Action Returns, man, was one of my top 10 most wanted games. So I was so happy when that showed up.
What I learned tonight by watching you play is I need to play that game more. I need to play the first one. I never played it, but the Elevator Returns, I just played it for the first time last night. And it's pretty good.
Yeah, all the characters, you could see they have like different power and speed or you know, more powerful weapons. I picked the girl because she seemed like the most balanced.
What's funny is I own both these games, but see, I just have so many games on it that, you know, and I buy a lot of them on sale. Some of them I never get a chance till later to play, like before this, right?
Looks like 3,800.
Well, this original Elevator Action was a very, very popular game in the arcades when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
38,000. It looks like, Brooklyn. Type it in the chat.
Okay. 38,000.
Yeah, 38,000. I just rewound it. Great game, by the way. That was a nice run.
Yeah, I always have trouble getting through that airport.
See, I would probably do better on the classic Elevator Action, but the score is a very low score compared to Elevator Action 2. But Elevator Action 1 is probably my jam on these games. Just because it's a great classic, you know, 80s arcade, you know?
Remember in the early days of iiRcade where everyone was complaining about because they didn't have the pixel perfect? And now I keep every game on that.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous.
Like, and this was one of the games that everybody was so impressed with the way it looked after they finally got pixel perfect.
Yeah, with all the options too, with the way you can show the game. I mean, but pixel.
Does anyone even use those options? Because you know you can go in for any game and individually set the way you want the game to look. You could do like all kinds of.
I know they did an incredible
different
job
settings.
with that. Dragon's Lair
really mess with that.
Dragon's Lair is pretty cool to play with the you know the arcade screen option,
like the CRT look.
The CRT look is pretty cool.
Yeah, you can do that. I believe you just hit the C button on the screen where it shows the controls, and then it brings up that
You have
whole
a whole
list.
bunch of different filters you can use. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the iiRcade really is just feature wise and what you get. I mean, it's pretty hard to beat for a multicade.
Best scan line settings. I don't know. I think the only time I ever tried it out and used the scan lines was when I played through the Ninja Kids. There's a bunch of them. It really is going to depend on like what your taste is.
Yeah, such a great classic game. I know P-Dubs love this one too.
I should have done that. There is strategy here.
Yep.
How'd I do on this one?
Oh no.
Ah,
Sixth.
6,950. I think you got 3,000 something. So
Okay.
you like doubled your score
Yeah, you
basically.
did way better than me.
Yeah, but this is so low scoring. I don't think it matters. I don't think it's going to matter that much unless you have a very close score because elevator action's so much higher score.
Oh.
Elevator action returns, I mean.
Good moment.
Yeah,
I'm
this
not-
one takes a moment. Like if you haven't played it for a bit, the first time you turn it on to load it up. You could see some of the scenes from this game that I cut to use for the intro for the show.
I know. That's the girl that comes on the Friday
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Nick chose the same character as I did.
Everyone's gonna pick the girl. I think
Yeah, the girl's really balanced.
the girl's the fastest reacting too. I think just overall the best. I think the easiest one to play.
Yeah, she's the
She doesn't walk that
weakest.
fast though.
No,
Hey, why didn't I run? How did you do that?
Good double tap.
double tapped on a joystick or the button?
Well, the stick.
Yeah.
Oh, forward.
yeah.
Come on, get on the elevators.
This
I don't
banana,
wanna go
the
down there.
end.
They're gonna shoot me.
One of the great things too is if you think about it, you're going to totally different time periods of arcade. You're going from Golden Age arcade to when was this game released, in the 2000s or the 90s? Is this a 2000 era game?
I think this is. I think
looks
this
like
is
it
90s.
It reeks of late 90s.
Yeah.
They did have it on consoles.
1994.
1994. Okay. Versus obviously an 80s game.
It was on the Sega Saturn. Looks like. Actually, it's funny. It listed on Wikipedia here: Arcade, Saturn, and iiRcade.
Awesome. One of the things that impresses me, like, look how smooth this game runs, though. I mean, it's just running buttery smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, this is great arcade emulation. I have other ways to play this game, but it does not run this smooth. Like, you just look at the smoothness and how optimized this game is.
No, why did I do that? Why
got
did I do
crushed
that?
by an elevator. Brutal. Brutal death.
Rookie move.
He didn't see that coming. He didn't see that death coming.
I saw that death coming. I was being
He
dumb.
saw, but I mean, probably too late.
IGN listed the Arcade Perfect Saturn port among the best classic co-op games.
Cool.
And Retro Gamer included on their list of 10 essential Saturn imports. So it was only in Japan, Saturn.
Japan Saturn.
Yeah, which is, it's a fun hobby. I used to do that once upon a time.
I love the way it does that, where it cuts away to the helicopter. How cool is that?
Yeah, this is one of the games on sale. So I see. I was trying to stay away from the fire, but I guess you can run through it.
I know this is a game that CT Jason loves. He always tells
Yeah, I
me about
remember
how
his
much
review.
he enjoys this one. You get a bullet, and you get a bullet, and you get a bullet. Did a great review of this game. Very humorous and yet showing all the gameplay.
Brad looks like he's all ready to play next, though. So far, Nix is taking it in elevator action, but I'm leading in elevator action returns. I believe I only got 2 lives in this.
No, not again.
Oh,
How do I
crushed.
do that? Oh,
It's
I
actually
messed
game
up.
over.
Elevator again.
Yeah, I totally messed up.
So
Wow.
far, Nix is in the lead for elevator action, and I'm in the lead for elevator action returns. Now let's bring in, this is
Man,
Papa Brad.
I stunk up the joint.
Man, that
I could
elevator
play
got
much
you
better than that.
twice.
But it's 1/4.
Did Brad get a head start?
He's playing right now.
I don't know if
That's
he's
not me.
playing.
That's not me.
No, he doesn't. Is he playing?
Yeah, he's playing. That's
Okay.
It's got to be. 'Cause you're not playing. I'm not playing. So he's playing.
Yeah, we're on Brad, so
Never mind, Rob.
he's gonna get crushed too.
Yeah, the elevator action. Return.
Oh,
he
he
didn't even
was
put a quarter in. That was that was the attract mode. What'd Brad do? Go to sleep?
I don't know. I don't think he figured I'd be done so soon.
Steps, you wanna turn yours
he
on?
He probably took a break.
Yeah, I don't
Did
even
he
think I ever
really?
made it
Did
this
he?
long.
Did he go to sleep? I guess I can. I wasn't gonna play, but I'll play. It's fine. I'll suck at it. I'm not played, so that'll be
That's
interesting.
fine.
All right, settings. I need to change it to the game capture.
I'm here.
All right, Brad's here, so you have time steps.
Okay.
Brad was probably going to grab another drink. Freaking
Yeah.
Brad.
My apologies for my poor showing. Oh my god. You know why it is? Because it's 1 a.m. But these are really fun games. Even this one, elevator action, the original. This, even though there's like a Coleco kind of version type game, this is still fun. The gameplay is there. And yes, if the music isn't to you like it, you can always turn it down.
I saw that, Raven. I've never done that move. I'm afraid to touch them like Brad's doing ninja kicks. Brad's going to have the advantage in this one. Oh, he almost caught the elevator, man.
There's a strategy to this game is when you don't want to go down an elevator when they're on the bottom floor, right? Because they can shoot you before you get in range, and when you're on the elevator, you can't crouch. So you have to methodically move through the level. Like even going down that elevator, that's risky because he's vulnerable to gunfire.
Bring Brad back in full screen.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful. Yeah. Oh, you just missed that.
Brad is playing dangerous this evening.
Yeah, like right here.
Like, look at that. I never did that move. What is that?
Yeah, I never knew that move too. I guess you can jump on him. That's I guess one way. Yeah, I gotta put some more time into this game because I could score pretty good. It's not.
Apparently, so do I.
It's not saving my high score when I play for some reason. Even though I uninstall and reinstall the game, but.
You could jump on top of their head like Mario?
We're learning that now.
Yeah, I never knew that. I never let him get close enough. Really.
Brad's got this game.
You get more points too. I
See, I always stand there and just get shot.
You get 250. I'm looking at the score. You get more points for jumping on them.
Yeah, it looks like Brad plays this game.
Brad's cheating. I forgot. He's got that gate switcher from Glenn. So it's an unfair advantage. Brad has been disqualified. He's using an illegal control scheme. I'm gonna try that drop kick move. Now I want to play again.
Yeah.
Look at that. Good job, Brad. He's going to get to the end of 11.
Woo! Hell yeah!
Yeah, I didn't know you could do those moves either. I guess because I just never took the chance. I just figured if I even touch those guys, I'd be out. So I just stay away from them. Man, you almost caught it there.
Should not have jumped.
Is that it? No, he still has another player. Wow. You can see Brad's high score there. Steps, try to do some of those drop kicks. All right, so we got 13900. Oh no, he's another player. Yeah, because of his score. He got an extra life. Thank you to everyone sticking in with us tonight. It's such a late show. We had a late start. Appreciate everyone that's still hanging out. 15000 for Papa Brad. Very good score.
15,000?
Yes, I got it in the chat. So far you are in the lead for elevator action. I'm in the lead for elevator action returns. Good, bro. You can lower the show down in the background too.
Is the volume too loud, Brooklyn?
No, you're good. red, not the 5 credit. See if I can steal this one too. He is right into the action, not wasting any time. Watch out for that elevator. Thank you, Don One. Get ready for many more hours of that probably this weekend. Brad's gonna need to take that elevator up. Yep. Get rid of that. I'm monitoring Steps backstage. Looks like Steps is getting some practice in. Brad's gonna take it all tonight. He keeps it up like this. Brad's getting close to my score. Let me scroll up. Check. Yeah, at 3,800. He's closing in. That's where I screwed up. Brad takes the lead. Brad is in the lead in both elevator action and elevator action returns. Let's see if he can make it past this swarm. Continue on to the airplane. He seems to have found a good spot to stay. And he does it. Brad makes it into the airplane. $66,400. Let's put that in the chat. Really good. Bring Steps in. Full screen. Steps, are you ready to take the 1 quarter challenge?
Yeah, I'm gonna play. I've not played with this before, so bear with me, but I'm gonna try it, all right?
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
I don't think I did bad. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement. You're literally doing moves that nobody's ever seen in their life before.
I love both these games. Now, I've played these quite a bit. I love both of these games. Very different, but both fantastic games. You know, you're going from one of the all-time great 80s retro games, you know, golden age of arcades, to really just a really great, fun, more modern arcade game.
Yeah, I always held like elevator action in very high regard, like is one of those when I think about like one of the top classic arcade games. Like there's that group of them, and this definitely falls into that group.
Yeah, you know, this along with like Jungle King, you know, that's another good one. That's you know, a title. But I actually did a short of this, I think yesterday, an actual short of this real arcade out in the wild, a beautifully restored cab, so you can see what it actually looked like. But the gameplay that iiRcade has on this is perfect. I mean, this is an arcade perfect version of elevator action.
Steps.
Now, I do have the GRS 4-way to 8-way switcher, which helps in this game. Or you can get, there is a plastic gate thing you can get too.
Yeah, but you can't beat the one that you have.
No. The Glenn's Retro Show is the way to go.
I'll have that. Don't worry. When that control deck comes out.
When that control deck gets out, I would highly recommend it. It really is great. If you're an avid arcade gamer, I mean, it's a great upgrade. And you want the best in controls.
Not enough steps.
Yeah. And I don't want to, this game is old school arcade hard. I mean, as you just saw, I mean, this is a game that, I've practiced a lot. So that's the only reason I got so far.
All right, Brad, while Steps is finishing up, you can switch back to your camera.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Let me, I got to go out of the computer. Go back to this. There we go. Excellent. Let's see, we got Jong still in the chat. Brooklyn, Hobby Hands. Hey, Hobby Hands, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Don Juan. Awesome. He says
this one's way faster paced, Steps.
Yeah, actually, I made a hole all the way through my control panel, but if I had to do it again, I didn't have to go as deep. I could have backed off the whole saw and not made a hole the way through it. Raven SPE has a really good mod video that shows you how to mod it and a little more. And I have a video too. I used the hole saw. I went kind of primitive, but I would never go back. It's worth the upgrade. Or you can just wait, because, the GRS deck will eventually be available for iiRcade. It's the same parts that I'm currently using. It'll just be a lot more refined commercial.
You can walk through the fire steps. Don't be like me. Go get that power.
Actually, don't forget steps too. If you double tap, you can run. You can run, and you can also jump the gaps. Actually, I did pretty good with the male character.
Yeah,
I haven't played them. I always played the girl. So I figured let's see something different, So I played the male character. Have you played this to the end, Brooklyn?
No.
No?
I've never beat it.
Never beat it yet? Is this a game you can't just keep quartering on and keep playing?
Yes.
Okay, so you should be able to quarter through it and play to the ending. One of us should do
that I do though when I play games, Brad. It's like I don't like to always feel like I'm
quarter.
quartering through. Yeah. So
oh my goodness, hold on.
go back to the beginning a lot.
Okay, yeah. The speakers, they go plenty loud. Yeah, you like to do 1/4 runs, and that's a great way to play. Really emphasizes the skill of the player when you only play with 1/4. But it is fun to see the whole game too. There's something to be said for that. One of us should do a complete playthrough where we get through the whole game. And just post it on YouTube so people can see the game all the way through on iiRcade. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. Great game though. Elevator Action Returns is what you're looking at. Never played this in the arcade. Have played Elevator Action quite a bit in the arcade. It is a pretty common, like if you're really into retro arcades and you go, I do a lot of arcade tours. Elevator Action is a very popular, common retro golden arcade. You will see Elevator Action, but Elevator Action Returns is definitely a rarity. I have not seen it in an arcade to play.
Steps needs to get up to that red door to get the file.
Yeah, you got to get the file to get out. That's why it's whirring at you. It's telling you need to go back up to the top and get to that red door. Trick for playing classic elevator action. One of the things you notice I'll do is you have to use the jump a lot. You kind of like jump into the enemies a lot on the original elevator action if you want to get a little higher score.
Yeah, Brad, none of us knew you could do that.
The other thing with the classic elevator action is the bullets only have two different, they're either low or high. So learn how to jump over bullets and learn how to duck. Usually you can duck, but sometimes you can jump. But once you know there's only two options, you know, when an enemy fires, you know, you just look for that. Once again, this is one of those things you only get through by playing the game a lot, seeing the game a lot in action. And, you know, to me, it's hard to believe we can get all these classic arcade games, you know, in our game room in our arcade. For, you know, a lot of these games are under $10. You know,
so much fun.
They're the real arcade games. They're the actual same game that you would put quarters in. They're not ports. These are the real arcade games. What's happening, Goofy Foot?
All right, so we've all made it to the airport at least, but Brad, you really dominated the airport.
Yeah. Steps is doing good. This game is no joke, too. It's you know, it's like, you know, if you check out Steps Gaming channel, she does a lot of game playthroughs. She was playing Turbo Graphics the other night. And of course, she does a lot of fighting game content, too. Even runs tournaments. Steps is also having a giveaway, I think, at 1,500 subscribers. That's real exciting. She's got some big prizes donated by Bobby Vu. Did you hear about that, Brooklyn?
I did.
I mean, how exciting is that? I mean, Bobby Vu, what a generous guy. I mean, he just gives and gives and gives.
Yep. Big giveaways going down on Steps channel and PD7's channel.
Yeah. Another great newer YouTuber, but fantastic content. Walk and Talk Master, PD7. My very first Walk and Sock was done just as a tribute to him, and my viewers liked it so much, I just decided to start doing them. My viewers liked it. So I asked my viewers, should I do more? The answer was, I did a poll, and it was a resounding do more. Do more Walk and Socks. Goofy Foot says use a Forstner drill bit. I don't know if I said that right. Probably didn't.
I think those are the drills that like gradually drill the hole larger.
Okay. Yeah, Steps is doing great. I mean, and here's the thing. This is the highest scoring game. If you do well in this game, you're going to win this contest. This is the game where you get a lot of points.
But Brad, it wasn't enough. Brad, you dominated tonight.
All right.
Elevator action, Brad takes it.
Yeah.
Elevator action 2, Brad takes it.
The retro games, man. The retro.
Unbelievable.
It's like great gameplay though, Steps.
Good.
You did a very
Steps.
strong gameplay, Steps.
Really?
And we were telling people about the subscription to your channel and your 1,500 giveaway.
Yeah, it's a
very exciting.
You have to legally say sweepstakes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sweepstakes.
I followed all the rules. I read the YouTube guidelines live, or not live in that video, because I didn't want any like BS. I wanted it to be very.
Can you tell me what those say? Because I've never read them.
Yeah, I don't read any of the rules.
You
I just do what I want to do.
It's
the Wild West on YouTube.
You cannot require people to like, comment, watch, subscribe, any of that.
They all do that. Every single channel I've seen does that.
That is against YouTube terms and conditions.
Really?
And they could have their channel taken
It's the
down.
Wild West. I got a question. Just while you're here, and I hate to put you on the spot. Did it bother you that I copied your poll? Because I wanted to get the same results. I wanted to get the same question asked. Did that bother you? I'm just curious.
Well, you didn't ask me. You didn't say, I'm going to copy your poll, right? That was the only thing.
Couldn't we look at both and then compile the data and have a more accurate, a bigger poll?
But if you would have just,
Okay, I'll type next time. I'm just curious because, I just wanted to find out if it bothered you.
Yeah, we're fine. It's not a big deal. I'm over it.
All right, sweet.
Awesome. Let's end it on that. We can all fight backstage for about another hour.
Yeah.
No fighting.
Thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate it. I had a good time tonight. I didn't expect
we did.
for
Just a little
the
tired, but
yeah. I didn't expect for the
go through the
first segment to go so
games.
long. I figured we would just blow through them, but you know how we are. We get to talking about
that
this
was
stuff.
the strategy.
Great time. I really hope that if anything tonight, it helps some people out, that maybe are new to iiRcade or have had it and they're not sure which games they want to pick up while they're on sale. Well, we got to see lots of gameplay of some of them. We spoke about pretty much all of them. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with everyone tonight. Thank you for everyone that stuck in there with us.
Thanks for watching.
I know we're on pretty late, and we'll be back to do another one of these next Friday, right here on the Friday Night Arcade Show. Does everyone want to say goodbye? I already said goodbye.
Goodbye.
Stay legit.
Stay legit.
All right. Take care, everybody.